Hello, Cravenites. This is Jason Cavalier, better known as the Bodega Clerk in Scream 6, and you are watching Craven, Something Scary.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome.
What's up?
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. Welcome to the watch party of welcome to the watch party of Valentine. Yes, we're gonna watch this movie.
Yeah,
And-
movie.
Bro.
What's going on?
You know how like when you fire a weapon, or if you yell in a mountain range and it's like an echo. When the echo just hit, and the echo is like hitting back, and no one understands a thing I'm saying unless you're on the panel. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's go. We're gonna back up. Welcome to Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. And you know what? We're going to emphasize that tonight in a very special way, because we're going to watch. Wow. We're going to watch Valentine.
I'm crying.
It's really good. It's one of my favorite movies. Hold on. And it's going to be really good. And if you would like to join the watch party,
Once I saw who it was, I was like, wait a minute.
No. Okay. Okay, here's the deal. I've got an Amazon watch party, and if you would like to join us, here's the link, and I'll control the video.
Well, he's gonna try to.
And I'll try to control the video. Yep. Try to control my composure as well. And once the movie starts, it's gonna be
it's gonna
be good.
Smooth out. Mellow,
Oh yeah, it'll all mellow out.
Mellow.
But seriously, guys, click Amazon. You'll need to rent the movie for $2.99, $3. Rent it there. You can join the watch party, and we'll be on the same time code, which is beautiful for watch parties. But guess what? If you're not able to, or let me rephrase that. If you decide to watch it in another format, JT's got this beautiful clock right in the middle screen, and that's going to be the timestamp. So it's going to be running for the entire way, like Dice. Like Dice is going to be watching it on DVD, I'm assuming. So the timestamp will be rolling right there, and you'll always know where to go. If you come in late, if you whatever, you'll be able to go right there. All right. And Troy says, I may be a little newer, here compared to some, but it's nice to put a face to. I shot him 6 times. There you go, man.
Hey, what's up?
That's right, man. It's always nice to learn new information about people.
Mm-hmm.
It's always nice to see, to see people. And believe me, Troy, if you've not subscribed to Marcus's channel, be sure you do so if you haven't done so yet. But yeah,
Appreciate that.
Absolutely. And by the way, I know that most of you are on our other channel, but I see some new faces coming in. I see Mayan. Hey, man. Be sure you guys subscribe to JT and the mixed bag of videos.
I'll be right back.
Okay, you got it, brother. The Beard Entertainment and Movies and Beyond. All right. Okay. That's true, Dice. We learned JT has hair, because this is the first time we saw him without a hat on.
I was about to say, was there a question that Marcus has a face?
We learned I shot him 6 times at the face.
Well, because sometimes I keep the camera off.
Oh, gotcha.
True.
Gotcha. I guess I was like, bro, are you doing like some faceless streams or something?
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Well, we're gonna wait for JT to get back because he's never seen it. And by the way, everyone, you see the scroll at the bottom. Please, no spoilers in the chat. This is Eric's first time and JT's first time to see the movie, so we don't want to pull anything in for them. And also, if you're in the chat and you've never seen the movie, just let me know real quick before we start the movie. We're about to. Let me know in the chat if it's your first time. I'm just curious. Okay. Carrie C, never seen it. Okay. Jerry Wilson's first time. Man's first time. Oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
That's 3 people in the chat. Oh, and Paula's not seen it. Ooh,
4.
That's 4. Lady Luna says, I don't think I have, but it looks familiar. That's a maybe. With definite 4, possibly 5, plus JT and Eric. So that's 6 definite first-time watchers tonight. That's incredible. I love that. It feels so awesome to be able to introduce 6 people to this movie. Wow. And that's something else. You're very welcome, Carrie. Carrie says, thanks for hosting. It's my pleasure. And that's what I was just saying, because to know that many people have never seen this gem, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It is a gem of a movie, underrated. It's a tragedy that more people do not know about this or seen it. It is a pleasure, and I think as content creators, and like Michael at Movies and Beyond, I think everyone, Eric, JT, Marcus, everybody would agree with this. I think, and I know Michael especially. The reason I mentioned Michael because he really tries to bring attention to fan films, really unknown films that are good. They're not just, crazy movies, but like actual worth our time movies that people don't know about.
Right.
And, it really is part of what am I trying to say? It's part of, I hate to say responsibility because we can do what we want, but I think it is something that we should take a real pride in doing, is bringing films that we all each, in our opinions, like and take pride in watching and enjoying, I should say, to new people, to new audiences. And
you can say responsibility because I haven't seen this, but multiple films I've seen people haven't. And he's like, hey, boy, check this out. If you like this, check this out. You might like it, and then it just it just goes like they'll watch it and then they'll show somebody, and then it's just boom, 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 snowballs. So as content creators, yes, it's a little bit of our responsibility,
I think the only way Polar could love this movie anymore is if it was on Tubi.
I think you're right. Okay,
got to get her Tubi sponsorship in. I just wanted to help Polar out there.
I'm telling you, Polar, if you're not yet, you've got to find a way to get on their payroll because you are doing some great work.
She has to make a YouTube channel, man. I guarantee you she can be a sponsor.
It's true.
They'll sponsor her. It's like, hey.
She said it was recently on Tubi.
Oh my! See there? I'm telling you, man. She knows. You don't even need to look up like a TV guy. Just message her.
Yeah.
She'll tell you. Okay. All right, guys. So here's what I'm going to do. Everyone at home, we're going to start this movie up here in about the next 15 seconds. Rewind it to 0. Pause it.
Subtitles on.
Yes, you read my mind, JT. Turn your subtitles on. Although, excuse me. Although we will not be talking a lot because again, Eric and JT have not seen it, so we won't be doing a ton of talking over the movie because we're going to be watching it as well. But we'll make comments here and there. So be sure your subtitles are on so that way if we do say something, you won't miss what the actors are saying. You're going to be able to read it, okay? Hey, Million, good evening. You're here just in time for the movie to start. We hadn't started yet. We're about to start right now. All right, so that's the big thing. Subtitles on, and if you wonder what time step you're on, if you're with us, just watch the clock. on JT's screen right there, that is the movie time. Otherwise, be in the watch party and you don't have to worry about it at all. Just kick back and I'll control it. All right, guys, it's time to do it. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Eric, are you still with us? Okay, just making sure. All right, here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. We've got 6 people here that have not seen this movie collectively.
It's a nice red Warner Brothers logo there.
Yeah, it was.
That's creepy.
Yes. Hey, Bronson. It's going good, man. We're just starting the movie. Timestamp is on the screen.
Young Katherine Heigl.
Man. Judy Hicks.
Yep.
And on this episode of Making a Murderer,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was looking for the words.
Yeah, it's just kind of like Urban Legend. It's a great cast in both of those movies.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Man, mind your own business, kids.
Yeah.
Kids are the worst.
It's true. Seriously.
Wow.
Man.
Carrie!
Wow, that's messed up.
Yep. Dude.
Calling him pervert? You're the one tearing his clothes off?
Right. And you're the ones trying to catch somebody in action. Like,
Mm-mm-mm.
And Dahmer was born.
it's a nice intro, too.
Yeah.
Like the lettering and stuff, that red lighting.
13.
No. Wow. That's the worst.
Dude.
It doesn't even matter.
Man. Dude. This guy.
I mean, I think the first clue was him referring to himself in the third person.
Yes, 100%. 100%. Really? Oh my gosh.
Says you.
Oh, nice comeback there, Jason.
Maybe you stop talking if that's the only thing you can think to say.
Bro, man.
Oh my God!
I could not be around someone like that.
I mean, as a guy, how can you think that that's a good idea to be that way? Like, when you look in the mirror,
as a
this
person,
is how I'm going to act. I'm going to make this decision to be this person.
Talk to Jason likes to poop. Well, go poop, man. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, no.
Wow. There's Jamie Blanks. Man,
please don't.
I could not do that, guys. I couldn't do that.
It doesn't look like she can either.
Yeah.
You know what? You can add me to the list of people that hasn't seen this because I was thinking My Bloody Valentine.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that's seven first timers.
I just realized it. Like, I haven't seen this. I would remember this. So I looked it up.
I would remember
about My Bloody Valentine.
I would remember a douche referring to himself.
Right, and that's why I did the little research there. Like, I don't remember this at all.
I was just thinking, can he be the first person to die, please?
Yeah.
I am like beyond stoked right now to have 3 of you guys that are first timers. This is so amazing. So happy. Well, all I can say, gentlemen, is just enjoy it.
Yes,
it is
absolutely.
So well done.
It is.
Yep, that's right, Jerry. Katherine Heigl.
What's up, Jerry? What's up, my man?
What's up, Jerry?
Oh,
that's so creative. I like that.
I would love to have one of those kind of cards, man.
I'll make you one.
Dude. Be awesome. That's right, Scott. Much more better dating material. I don't know, man. Craven likes this movie. Oh gosh. Oh heck no. Oh.
Jason likes being under the blanket.
Yeah. Dude.
Better grab that scalpel. There you go. I was just thinking, what if when she went to cut him, he said, "Ow."
Right?
Then leave, chick.
Polar, I think you're right.
Stab.
Oh.
I say stab, cut, slice.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I like this music.
Score is
Kind of
great
like has
too.
that Halloween like tone.
Yes.
They're walking pretty good for someone who just got shanked in the thigh.
I love the attire though too, with the whole Cupid mask. I love the coat.
Yeah.
Pretty slick. I like it.
He's even got that. He's even got Michael's knife.
Yep.
There you go.
Say, just make it easier. Don't even have to unzip.
Yep.
I like the view of the tube because when it does get to the real one, you'll see blood coming out of the tube.
Oh
yeah.
At least get a final stab in, like.
Yeah.
So, no, I won't ask that question.
Just enough to get the job done. Deputy Hicks.
Yep. Young Deputy Hicks.
Looks like her eye's straight in this one. Or is it just me? Yeah, it's like, is it straight? Is it drooped?
Before she started baking those lemon squares.
I was just thinking, like, she's yet to discover the lemon square recipe.
And lemon squares. Turbo Dayton.
Oh my
that
gosh.
always makes me think of 40-year-old virgin.
Yep.
Oh my God, I was just thinking that.
Oh no, there is. Crooked eye. Never mind. Go back to Home Alone, kid.
How would you tell a potential partner this?
Yeah.
Too much teeth there. No, you don't.
No, you don't. That's funny, isn't it?
Just not with him.
Oh, poor guy. Funny enough, I think 6 seconds is probably all it would have taken him.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Shelly Fisher. Shelly. Look at that car.
Yep.
They don't make them like they used to.
Bones himself.
Oh yeah, I like him.
Angel?
He's a great actor.
You know how he got discovered? Truthfully, he was walking his dog. An agency saw him and went up to him.
Wow.
Same thing with Jennifer Lawrence. She was just walking through a mall, and someone told her she should be a model, so she went to New York.
Wow.
Wasn't he in another show?
I think Angel.
Buffy?
Yeah, Angel.
Or Angel. Yeah.
Angel.
Okay.
Yep.
Dinner sounds good. I'm just saying.
I call you.
Denied.
Walk away.
Puppy dog heart. Eyes aren't working, Angel. Move it.
Well, I guess they had a good 3 days, and he acted like it was nothing. He goes, "Oh, that, like, really? You don't say that to a woman." All Jason wanted was a kiss. So I kind of
Well,
probably
yeah,
figured out.
I'm sure he does want her to give him a call.
Yeah, with all these girls, I think I pretty much got that part figured out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. She got a letter.
We just got a letter.
Ooh. Dang.
Hey, Toto. Wearing a jacket, it's probably like 95 there.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, Vanilli. Okay, you know it's true. Oh, what a prick. It's your daughter, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'd punch her in the mouth. Just pow. Wash your hair.
Yes, about to say, rinse the suds out of your hair.
She's going around and get suds in her eyes. Like, oh, I can't see. And then she's going to get killed.
And cannot even identify her attacker. See, Scream 6 didn't even have music like this, man.
This is good music. It really is.
And I like Scream 6. You know that, but if it had this kind of music, it would have added so much more to it.
You don't get this music anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like this music wouldn't have fit Scream 6. Like it wasn't. I feel like Scream 6 was too like in your face. There's not much suspense to Scream 6.
Yeah, Scream 5 would have been better, like West in the Kitchen. That
would have been perfect. But Scream 6 was just too. It was like too out there.
or he's dead.
We all know where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
See, she should have washed it out when she had a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Water somewhere in that bathroom.
Yep, no matter pooper.
There it is,
That's
man.
the tank, girl.
The
The
back.
tank.
Oh,
No.
you know how much bacteria she's putting in her hair? Oh,
She smells like Dookie
I
now.
will applaud her for doing what needed to be done.
She could have went to the back of the tank where it's
Yeah.
clean water.
see you in the
Wow.
emergency room in a week.
Enjoy that staph infection and pink eye.
That's where the
Exactly.
crooked eye
Yeah,
came
what?
from. That's where the lopsided eye came from. It was the bacteria. I'm really liking the music in this.
Mm-hmm.
Setting up
too.
some good suspense.
Oh no.
Don't investigate. Don't be that Caucasian right now. You don't investigate. You run.
What?
Oh my God.
Eli Roth? That looks like Eli Roth.
Yeah.
Maybe if he was strung out on 8 balls.
So you're probably going to open the door, aren't you?
He said I'm 6'ish. You're saying he doesn't clear the peephole? Come on now.
Mm.
Ooh.
Those are definitely poisoned.
Oh.
Oh heck no. Oh,
Yeah.
bro. Oh my gosh.
It's protein, girl. It's all right.
That's about to be like I'd be chugging Listerine right now.
Yeah.
Got her on some Fear Factor stuff.
Mm.
Every time I think of Fear Factor, I think of when Chappelle was on Fear Factor.
Bro, I was just thinking that. Can I get some hot sauce? Tyrone.
Yada, yada, yada.
Tyrone Gibbons, I think it was.
In my line of work.
That's how you spend some time, Joe Rogan.
That's exactly.
And you choose orange juice?
Hi, Jamie. There.
No.
Walk away. Save yourself.
You want to watch the movie with us, Jamie? We're timestamp on the screen there in the middle, JT Square. Yes, it's a great movie. Mm.
Well, you need to shave that stuff off your face, dude, because I don't know what that is.
Peach fuzz.
Yeah.
Oh, she said the golden words. Can't say.
I'll be right back.
Oh.
You gotta die. Those are the rules.
The rules.
Almost kind of looks like Neil Patrick Harris a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he could go home with all of them if he wanted.
Yeah, see the look. They're like, I'm a sick man.
Wow.
They're like, 5 of us would fit in a big enough bed.
Oh, gosh.
Pay attention.
What, he's trying to be Moses now? Because he ain't doing the whole Jesus thing very well.
At first, you don't succeed. I'm already thinking it can't be Jeremy. It's too obvious.
I like to turn the video off, asking what I like to do.
No, thank you.
This is way too artsy for me.
Yeah. Same boat as you.
Yep.
Oh, calm down there, chick. Creeper nut?
Yeah, I was about to say, is that
what's going on here?
Well, he's not the killer. He's got too much going on there.
Mm-hmm. Both of you, apparently.
Yeah, but you knew that.
Really?
I
Wow.
respect the honesty.
So it wasn't even like, no, I'm not. It's like you knew that.
You knew that.
It's like,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. I respect the honesty. He's like, yeah, this is
And-
old news. Just keep your left hand on the wall. You'll find your way out.
Man, I
Nice.
start smashing screens or
Yeah.
something. Oh,
Oh,
whoa.
Now we're talking.
oh my God! It's Daryl Dixon. I knew it. I knew it.
Cupid's arrow.
Oh, yeah.
Got some good aim. I'll give him that. Ooh,
Broadhead.
nice broadhead. Yeah.
Yeah. Boom. Nice.
They did her just about as bad as they did that old Sally Hardesty.
Sally Hardesty, dude.
He sounds like a real winner.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, Bones is gonna figure all this out.
Yep.
That's right. Aurora Borealis has got this. Wait.
Zing.
No, we
Come
don't.
clean. Come clean.
Like a decent person.
She said big boned.
No backbone.
You'd be surprised.
It's been 13 years there, dummy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just totally underestimating, how someone can change and mentally, how their brain could work after so much time after that.
Mm-hmm. Imagine Stu Mocker after 26, 7 years.
Oh, man.
Woo. Oh my gosh. Dude.
No, just being stalked by a murderer.
Yeah. Dated my fat friend and she lied.
Ugh. Big boned.
In today's language, they would call that thick.
I ain't fat. I'm big boned.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie, we're all in deep thought, as Ghostface would say.
Yeah, we're all serious.
That's true, man. You guys liking the movie so far?
Yeah.
That's why I look so serious. I'm trying to figure that out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I like it.
I'm always trying to guess who it is.
I like it. Yeah, we're all in Batman mode right now.
It's good. You do enjoy it. Enjoy it. Soak it up.
I think there was someone else in a mask at the dance. That was like an onlooker, and I'm like,
right. And I mean, she said that. She was like, "You mean like the mask at the dance?"
But we never saw who was under the mask.
True.
Dude.
I like his attitude.
Huh.
Enhancements.
Oh no, I don't feel like it's him.
No,
as the killer.
Oh.
Great graphics.
Great
graphics.
Yeah. I know how much you love that movie.
When he's asleep.
I know. I've seen his work.
Isn't Lily the one that was killed at the art exhibition?
Yeah.
Why is she saying she's in LA?
Because they don't know she's dead.
Yeah, but what makes her think she went to LA?
Because she was. They already knew she was supposed to leave for LA.
Okay,
that was the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. First name Bruce.
He's not that lucky.
No. Nick Kevin. Wow.
Man.
Burns all day.
Oh, the irony. Famous last words of someone who's about to get killed.
Some of the dialogue, you guys have to admit, and this is terrible. Like it's kind of cringy bad.
You gotta take the good with some of the knocks, some of the bad.
Yeah. I mean, it has a good premise. I'm interested, but it just seems like a lot of it's forced.
It's Denise Richards' first movie, I think. One of her first movies.
Pretty wild things at the very least.
Yeah. Dude.
Oh god.
Really?
I just threw up my mouth a little.
Oh my god.
Looks like the principal from Back to the Future.
Are you serious, dude? Wow.
Oh!
She just receded faster than your hairline did.
Denied.
Yeah, what a slime ball.
Mm.
Oh no, that's never good.
The unearned confidence.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
No!
That's too bad.
That's way too bad. Oh.
What?
Oh. Oh, it's the out of work, out of no place to live, dude. You think you're not well now?
Judging by the blood coming out of his face, he isn't either.
Oh
yeah.
no.
There you go.
So that was the guy that lived down the hall, Gary, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the weird one.
Yeah,
he was still unconscious.
Just a little.
That's right. That was the guy down the hall.
Yeah. The guy down the hall who was basically creeping into her house, stealing her underwear.
That's right.
We don't know that it was him stealing her underwear, do we?
You just caught him.
On.
I mean, no, I guess we
sure.
don't, but
He could have stolen someone else's underwear.
but it could explain that comedy set when I'm not well. Hey, Hollywood guy, we're still watching it. We're only about halfway
No,
through
he
the
caught.
movie.
I'm about to say the last scene we saw with the guy down the hall. He was in the girl's house. He was in Marley Shelton's house. Yeah, he was caught. Going through her lingerie.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because you've seen the pictures of Marley and Denise.
Oh yeah, and her iron was still on. That was definitely her place. I was being facetious.
Well, then, Eric, then that is too bad.
I'd buy that for $1.
Marley Shelton looks so different there than Scream 4. Now, granted, it was 10 years later.
Yeah.
But, of course, we all look a little different. Could be the hairdo, a lot of things. I know, obviously, it's still, you can tell it's her, but it's just so different looking to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Hey, Michael. What's up, my man? Michael Joe? Oh, wow. It's wrapped up even. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm.
Brown chicken, meow meow.
Gosh.
So what was the point of that call? I mean, I understand we picked him up, but you figured, after the questioning, they would call him.
I don't know. Maybe just try to give peace of mind a little bit. I don't know. Maybe. What's in the box?
That sure is fancy.
The music.
I was about to say the music escapes me a little bit here, from being honest.
It's gonna get dirty.
Okay, this is this is the only song I don't like in the soundtrack so far.
Oh no, he didn't go. It didn't go well.
Clearly,
It looks like it went well at all, does it?
6 seconds, boys.
Happens to
Don't worry
everyone.
about it.
66 seconds.
I don't think. Yeah.
Probably went really well for him.
What? It's her house.
You just kicking her out of the shower.
Is that the guy from Van Wilder?
Yeah, I think
the guy that shits in the garbage can at the end.
No,
is it?
I think it is him.
I think it is. I can't even look at him, dude, now without seeing that.
Oh my god! I thought this was his worst role, but
I'm trying to pleasure you.
That is the dude from Van Wilder.
oh man, now that you said it, I can't unsee it either.
when they ate those rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude. Oh no, you're gonna cause a gagging. Oh, so bad.
Wow.
Thanks, Jamie.
Dang. Trying to get some money.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like he's trying to commit some identity theft.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boys, what we're gonna need? We're gonna need donuts and a bulldog.
No,
to fix
come
this
on,
problem.
man.
Oh, come on now. Don't do that.
Oh. Now I just keep laughing when I see his face now. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you guys.
That big old house, that small water here, that's interesting. Oh,
Ooh, that's
nice
a good
shot.
shot.
Yeah, that's a nice
Love
shot.
that.
Yeah.
I think these movies have made me think relighting the pilot light is a lot more common of an issue than it actually is.
Mm.
Oh, that axe behind him.
Mhm.
I have a feeling something's about to happen there. Magic. It's gone.
Behind you.
Oh, yeah.
The music and the imagery are not lining up right now.
Yeah. That guy's just like, all right, my jam.
You're gonna see Carlton in the background here in a minute.
Fred Harris.
Or Crispin Glover.
Oh, yeah.
I would love some Crispin Glover right now.
Good night, Ashley. Take care.
Good night, Ashley.
Good night, Ashley.
Good night, Ashley.
Campbell Day. Were they even together long enough for it to be considered dumped?
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She says with evil eyes. I would go before she kills you.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie, I saw that too. I saw it on their website. The
Dude.
Green Goblin.
What?
The maximum overdrive Green Goblin truck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
At Scarefest?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Kentucky. Definitely gonna try to get a picture with that thing. That thing horrified me as a child.
Oh, not this guy.
Is that the guy from the beginning?
It's from the
Yeah, that's who she was waiting on. Oh no, that's not Jason. That's the guy from the speed dating.
Yeah, speed dating. Oh. Michael Joe's no spoilers. No spoilers in the chat, so no one can answer that. Till the movie's over, obviously.
His Lego collection. She's just mad because she's the only one not hooking up tonight.
Just like the dance.
Well, that's the thing. She could have at the dance, but she chose to be ignorant and screw Jeremy over like that. She gets everything she has coming to her. That's what she gets. Wants to be mean like that.
Really?
I admire the confidence as well.
Wow.
Shoes still on and everything. At least put your hand on your hips, man. You know, dude, Jesus, look.
Yeah, dude, the Superman pose is like,
You know,
check that out.
Helicopter or do something to spice it up right now.
Let's give it a Captain Morgan or something, right? Jesus.
Really?
Oh my god.
Seriously, dude?
At least pull your pants up.
I'm sorry.
Don't talk try to talk someone into staying when you
standing there with his
on full
pants
pickle.
Yeah, he is.
Why?
Really? Oh yeah, let's take more clothes off. That's
the other part works so well. Let's see what else happens.
Let's just keep going. Oh yeah. I'm too sexy for my shirt.
Oh, she's gonna take all his
throw
clothes
him out the window or something.
She's gonna take all his clothes. I can already see it.
Oh boy said wax it though.
Yeah, bro. He need to take it easy on the nair.
It's like, oh my god, she's actually gonna do it.
Oh, bro, you're getting tied up naked and she gonna steal your clothes?
Yep.
By someone you've met once before. Given that much trust.
Yeah, for 6 seconds. You're trusting somebody you met for 6 seconds. The 2000s boys.
Oh no.
Yes. Oh yes.
No.
Yep.
He's about to have a bad month.
I mean, it's about as literal as you can take his request.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I just got a question though. What did she think was going to happen when he asked her to come upstairs for a surprise?
I think her intention was to do something like that.
The closed caption, murmuring.
That's Disturbed.
I say he must have a good music budget on this.
Oh no! Oh, this guy.
My eyes are up here, bro.
Yeah.
Well, one's there and one goes off that direction.
Hey, come on now.
You shouldn't steal.
To be fair, he stole from her.
Yeah, but he's dead now. So it kind of cancels it out.
And she probably is too, realistically. I mean, she's away from the group.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's doing something she shouldn't be doing.
Breaking the rules.
I'm no Randy Meeks, but I think she's a goner.
You know?
Pretty safe, I think. You right?
Something just grabs her ponytail and pulls it back in.
She's all like, I stole a lot.
That's a Rolex, though. That's worth a lot.
True.
Now you gotta die. Those are the rules.
Oh. Oh man.
He's like,
Valentine's Day version of Michael Myers.
look how cool he is. He's like, I'm just chilling.
Run, lady.
Still on the watch.
Just running?
Oh.
Good.
Oh.
Go. Now run. Don't look back. Run.
You never see that in a film. That the killer's just, oh, I'm caught. You know what I mean?
In the middle of
I like
something.
it, though.
Yeah.
Why would you stop? Oh,
In the sauna. That's
come on
perfect.
now.
You lock the door and turn it all the way
Just
up.
asking to be boiled alive.
If I can't see him, he can't see me.
Mm-hmm.
If I close my eyes forever, will he just go away? God.
What are you doing? Oh no. Yeah.
Don't get out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would not be moving an
They're
inch.
waiting you out.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Ashley, I don't want to.
stayed there.
Yeah, I would have stayed.
Ashley, I don't want to speak for everyone, but I'm pretty sure none of us watch the Kardashians.
No, I don't.
No.
Girl.
I take off my shoes.
Hmm.
I'm trying to be as quiet as possible.
You just want that Quentin Tarantino foot shot. Don't lie.
That too. Like, check out these feet before you kill me. Ain't they beautiful? Girl, you can't be that dumb.
Oh.
Oh, come on, decapitation.
Yeah. Nice.
Come on, decapitation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Nice.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Man.
Easy and effective. God, I love horror.
Me too, man.
How?
One of us will shoot ourselves.
Hey, Khalil. Where's the tail end of the movie?
It's about the 47th.
Hey, Katie.
What's up, Katie?
All right, Eric.
Hey, yeah, sorry, y'all. So I gotta go.
Oh no. Okay.
Unexpected. I'm sorry. I'm gonna finish the movie later. Watch
Okay,
along.
buddy.
All right.
Take
Y'all
care,
have a good
Eric.
one. Yep,
All
thanks.
right. See
Bye,
ya.
Hey,
everyone.
buddy.
See you, man.
Have a nice night, Eric.
Oh, I remember what she said when she was a kid.
Do you remember?
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Nice shot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Man. Mhm. Don't walk backwards. Oh.
Oh yeah,
man.
Yep.
that would
Yep.
suck.
That is horrible.
Yep.
So what am I like
Yeah.
fears of is drowning?
Mm.
That's just oh my gosh.
Damn.
Oh man.
Oh no, I'd probably just be back and forth on whatever side he's on. I'm going to the other side, and I'll just be
Mhm.
like, I can do this all day.
Oh, I see
Now
that.
that, on the other
Yep.
hand,
You was just playing with her, man.
yeah.
See, that would have happened during Stu with the TV.
Nope.
Blew the breaker.
That's it.
Just staying, just putting that out there.
I'm picking up what you're throwing down. What's up, Ghostface Fanatic? Good to see you, man. Hey, Power Ranger.
See what they did there. He's no angel.
Yep, that was awesome. Hey, Neems.
She has a point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're pretty sure it's not Campbell.
You know, there's a killer running around killing people, and they're arguing over about who's fat.
Popular and the fun
Girl,
one, the
dude.
sex one. People
are dying. Well, you think I'm fat? And
This is what women do when they get together after high school drama from middle school. No offense, ladies.
Yeah.
How far away was that detective? Like,
I don't know.
2 hours probably.
Apparently, a long way all across town.
Yeah, he'll show up right at the end of it. Traffic, yeah.
Or maybe he's more than a detective.
I have a feeling. Well, I'm not going to say it.
We'll have to see.
I would give anything for them to pan to the detective right now at like McDonald's drive-through waiting on his fries or something.
Can you hurry it up? I am in kind of a hurry.
Uh-oh.
I owe you. Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Like 2 convenient clues there. Wasn't there just like 100 people in there like 2 minutes ago?
Yeah. Maybe their old principal was hung from a goalpost and they're like, hey, let's go check this guy out. Hey.
No music, no power, no AC, whatever.
He's drunk as all hell.
They're out. Oh.
Is that Angel?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, boo. Just pretend, girl, like nothing's going on.
And the other 100 people that were just in this room 5 minutes ago.
Ghostface Fanatic. It's a phenomenal movie, buddy. Definitely need to watch it. One of my personal favorites.
Only you. What the color comes out? I will.
Oh!
Right in the Goose and Mavericks.
Well, he walked that off pretty fast.
Mm.
I'd still be on the floor.
Crying and gagging.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she got both of them. Oh.
The first time you missed. The second time you got them both.
Oh, man. Oh no.
Damn.
Grab 2 of them just to be badass.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
This was before she got the proper police training back in Woodsboro.
That's right. Yeah.
Girl, you don't stick your gun all the way out there when you go around a corner. He'd be laying down there, wiping the champagne off his forehead, licking his fingers. Like, I can't believe you did that.
I'd still be on the floor from the first shot.
It's like, this is a good year.
It's a slasher film, Ghostface Fanatic. Definitely a slasher, yeah.
Do you all know that Halloween Ends, they titled it as a horror crime thriller? Did y'all know that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, there we go. Oh, come on, do the Michael Myers setup.
I know. I was waiting for it to just sit straight up. And then I'm just going to be like, all right.
Yes!
Oh, God. Come on.
Yeah.
Damn.
If I'm him, I'm at least still holding it. You know what I mean? Like, why'd you kick me?
Kicked me in my Mavericks and you busted a bottle over my head. We're done, chick. You got anger problems.
Definitely Ghostface Fanatic. You got to watch it. Definitely, bro. Yeah. It's very, very good. Very, very good. To me, at least.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I love whodunits, dude.
Because when she was arguing, saying she was the fat one, they got me think, wait a minute, what if it's her?
She's very passionate about, like, very emotional.
I killed them all because they called me fat.
No, I was the fat one, the popular, the sexy one's like, this really sounds like a
Right.
motive. Hang on.
I feel like if it was over, the cops would have been there already, and I was the kid that you guys threw on the floor naked. He was that guy, wasn't he? Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah.
You got away with it.
Yep. Damn sure did. That's why I like this movie so much, is because the person who actually did it, he basically set the girl up and got away with it.
Yes, he did.
The girl who basically shunned him at the dance and got him, teased and basically attacked by them bullies, essentially got his revenge on her.
That's right. Saved her for last, too.
Yep.
Yeah. That was
so what
good.
you think, guys?
It was good. I liked it. I really, really liked it. That's a top contender for sure. That was interesting. Like I said, right at the end when she was saying the pretty one, the smart one, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
it's like, wait a minute.
This was definitely a great choice, Steven.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. Michael, what were your thoughts, man? I know you. What'd you think overall, man?
I mean, I'm glad I watched it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Not your style, not when you go.
I mean, I'm glad I watched it. You know, I'm glad that I've seen it. You know what I mean? I'm glad we watched it. It was a good pick.
Yeah,
it's a gem. We could say it's a gem, an unknown gem, just like Urban Legend. You know,
I mean, at times it felt like a TV show. And you know, it had a whole lot of Michael Myers in it, even though Michael Myers wasn't in it. You know what I mean?
Definitely homage to Michael Myers, no doubt. Which I thought was fun. I actually liked that. I kind of thought it was, I just enjoyed seeing a good stalking killer.
I mean, that was good. Like, those parts were good. I mean, I feel like there are some parts of it that dragged, with a lot of unnecessary dialogue to make the runtime. But I mean, like I said, I'm glad I watched it. I thought I'd seen it, but I mixed it up with another movie, and that's why I was like, wait a minute, I would have remembered this. Hold on for a second. It's decent, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you watched it too, man. I'm glad you were able to see it for your first time with us. That was fun. And Marcus, I know you I already know how much you enjoyed it as well, like I do. I think we like it pretty. I know I love it. Like I've already said, it's after Urban Legend. It's like my second, favorite movie.
And that's the thing for me, is that after Urban Legend and I Know What You Did Last Summer and Scream, it's like that's when slowly but surely the slashers started to taper off again.
Yes, they did. We started going down.
So then when they came out with this in 2001.
2001.
Yeah.
Yep.
This was definitely refreshing. And it was just a fun time. It's a good film. It's fun.
Well, I mean, the Blumhouse remake started shortly after 2001. You know, that's when you got Texas Chainsaw. It came out in 2003. So, I mean, I feel like it was kind of like the end of that type of slasher that's really clean and very Beverly Hills 90210-ish.
Yeah.
You know, like that's when I look at those, that's kind of how I feel. But I think it was the end of that type. Like, I don't think a movie like that would work today. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely a product of its time.
It was the Scream era. Like I call it the Scream. Scream introduced this era in '96.
They did. And I mean, it's arguable to say, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban
that's part
Legends,
of it.
this, or carbon copies to, you know, to generate some of that Scream money.
Absolutely.
But once, you know, once this era ended, that's when you started to get the Blumhouse remakes. You know what I mean? That's when you started to get, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 03 only came out 2 years after this, and that was a totally different type of movie. I mean, that was still to this day, I can put that in and be like, man, this is fire.
I just did a watch party last night. The double feature was the last one was 03.
Yeah.
And I said to this day, it's still my favorite remake.
Oh,
besides Rob Zombie's, but the Texas is my top remake that I can just watch anytime it's on.
It's in my list too. Like I really love this one. I love the Friday the 13th remake, but the Friday the 13th remake didn't come until 09. So you know there was a big gap between the two.
That's true. And remember 04, we get Saw.
Yeah.
So everything started to change. So it was really 96 to 2001.
I'd say 1 or 2,
maybe two, the latest. That was it. It was that 5-6 year era, I'm calling it, where we got a plethora of these movies just dumping out. Studios cranking them out, trying to be Scream, trying as hard as they could. But I love that because I love personally, just my preferences, I love whodunits, man. Like that's if you give me a whodunit mass murderer reveal at the end, I'm in a slasher movie together, which is what Scream was. Dude, that is like you're hitting on everything. That's all cylinders. And then because of Scream, we got all these other movies like last summer you talked about, and then Urban Legend in 1998. You know, of course, Scream 2, but 98
and arguably H2O.
Arguably H2O. I'll go with that. Sure. But yeah, there was a lot more. You know, they were coming out. There's Cherry Falls and Cry Wolf, and then Scream 3 in 2000 started to usher the end of it, and then we got this gem a gem with Valentine in 2001. And which I saw in theaters and just loved the fake out ending. Like when we saw the reveal of the mask and it's the girl, and I bought it. I mean, I was like, oh, it was her. Oh my gosh, you know?
Right.
And then you get the double ending, which is just, I think, great.
Yeah.
And I never will forget that my first time watching this. Like I say, I was in theaters and I was like all relaxed at the end. I'm like, oh, because I love Angel. Angel's like, I guess it's because I saw him on TV. So he's kind of like, for me, I was naturally, what's the word I'm looking for, guys? When you naturally see someone where you're like, your guard is down. You know what I'm saying? Like you
kind of like the recognition. You know what I mean?
You recognize them. You're like, oh, that's a good guy. This is someone and he was on Bones. You know, this is a good guy. This is anyway, I never really considered him. I mean, I guess I kind of considered him, but I never really thought it would be him. I'm like, oh, it's not going to be him.
I think
anyway.
I think that this movie.
It was like, wow.
Sorry.
No, that's all. I was just going to say. Whenever he was sitting there at the end, and I said, I saw the blood hit her hand, Marley's hand. I said, oh my gosh, no. And it is him. Of course, I love that. So, go ahead, Michael.
I think this movie benefited from not having a sequel. You know, it kind of gave you that type of ending, and then they left it at that. I mean, could you imagine if part 2 of this comes out at the same time Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 comes out. Like, it would have been like, why are we even making this movie? You had a good twist ending. Now, can you get Angel back, or are you going to get somebody else to take his spot? You know what I mean? I just feel like one was enough for this, and it did its job.
Yeah.
As a good movie to say, like it was good. It had a cool twist ending. And I think that it definitely the benefit was for the first one to not have a second one or a third one. I mean, could you imagine if this went to like 6 or something? You'd be like, what are we doing?
Oh, I agree that this was honestly just supposed to be a one-off based on how it ended, because subsequently he got the girl he always wanted.
Right. Yeah.
Well, there could have been a second one. He could have went after the boys who beat him, who humiliated me. I'm just throwing that out there. You could have made a second one. He's going after the kid, but at the end, he got what he wanted. Yeah.
Yeah. It could have been an anthology easily. Valentine could have just been a representation for someone who's bullied, gets revenge later. Kind of a thing.
I think
ugly kid became attractive. See, ladies, you got to watch these attractive guys. They can be psychotic. So you got to date some ugly people. You're safe.
but yeah, Michael, I see your point though. Like, especially at the times were starting to change, and it could have been a situation where 2 and 3 may have just ended up being like direct to video, DVD again, or something. How I mean, it's kind of like John Carpenter intended Michael Myers to be Halloween to be a one.
Wes Craven wanted a Nightmare.
Supposed to be one movie.
Yeah,
that's right. Now that's not to say good sequels weren't made, because they were, but still.
There were some doozies made too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All
the franchise had some doozy ones.
They sure did. Speaking of doozies, man, Scott Royston coming with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Scott. Says great choice, Craven. Valentine, very underrated. A lot of Michael-like tones, but still a great movie that could have easily gotten a sequel. Yeah, I think it. I mean, again, for what we saw, I do agree it could have gotten a sequel. And I get the question Michael brings up is a good one though. Like, considering when it came out, it would have been the earliest a sequel would have been was 2002 or 2003.
And Texas came out. Yeah,
I mean it could have maybe just squeezed one in at the last bit before that shift started.
Yeah,
so they could have gotten away with a second one. But I can't.
But when Texas made all that money, then that's when they started doing the whole remake.
The remakes, the studio,
and that's why I give props to the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They only did one. Did one. They just told a story. It's like, boom, she survived. It's like any other. I mean, even though Nightmare only did one, and Friday the 13th did one. I think Halloween was the only one that did two. But
Texas Chainsaw did the beginning.
Yeah.
Well,
and 3D.
So, but talk about like going from the remake to the next, what I mean? Like
the original to the remake,
a proper sequel. They just stop, boom, right there.
Yeah.
And, and at some time you're like, no, but then when you watch it when you're older, you respect them. Like, okay, they didn't have to do a second one. They told you've seen Leatherface, you see what happened to the kids and all that, blah, blah, blah. Then boom, so it's like now we're at this transition in horror. Like I say, I don't know, guys. I don't know where we're headed now. You could say Terrifier, but honestly, I see Terrifier probably get 2 more films and then that's it. I don't know. It's like it's scary to think. Like,
I mean, that's the cool thing, dude. Like, do you think that when we were watching I Know What You Did Last Summer that you were gonna get a Texas Chainsaw like that?
No.
So for what we thought then, we didn't know what was coming. So it's almost like hopefully there's still creative people out there, and we're gonna get something that we've never seen before in a couple years and just be like, wow, man, this is way different. This is awesome. Just looking at it, from the glass being half full.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that, there's another universe coming out that the creator of The Conjuring made, and he's starting a whole nother universe that revolves around stuff kind of like that. So I'm kind of excited to see where that's going. It's supposed to be something along the lines of what The Conjuring did, based on true events. Again, based on true events. So I mean, maybe that's going to be something different than what we've seen. So there's a lot of different things coming out, man, and I think that slashers are still making enough money for them to get creative with the groups that we have.
Oh yeah,
or the killers that we have, and hopefully some new ones.
Well, I mean,
but I agree with you on the Terrifier stuff. I don't think that you can do that for too long before it becomes.
It's not mainstream enough, guys. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That is a niche audience for Terrifier, and no matter how many, I mean, not to say there's not an audience, but I'm just saying you're never going to have the audience
Halloween,
that goes to Halloween,
Scream.
It's just not the audience is. That's not a mainstream film. That's almost like an art house film.
Well, it's almost kind of hard because you think about, like, if you do any little thing that resembles Michael or Jason, people are going to say, "Oh, that's like Halloween," or "That's like Friday 13th." That's where we're at. That's like I hope we get something so creative. It's like, okay, we never saw this before. This is new. I think as an aspect of like 40, 50 years, we haven't really got anything new. Now you can say Terrifier, but then you can throw up Saw. How
exactly
how gruesome Saw was. So it's like I do have hope that maybe there's some independent film, like the guy who's in school right now, in like 2 or 3 years he's going to come out with something like, wow, okay, this is the new evolution. Because remakes never will be. Remakes will never be the next evolution because but it's like I don't know, man. It's like
just
you try to have faith.
Yeah, you do, man. You're right. And I just want to say, stop making remakes.
Yeah.
Just make yourself say no. Focus on new creativity. Because that's the only way. There's way too many talented people in this world to just say, oh, there's not enough talent to write new stories. We got to recreate the old ones.
Well, I like to see the director and like John Wick make a slasher movie. I think that'd be interesting.
See who now? He said
the director and all that, and the writer from like John Wick.
Oh,
their
okay.
shots. I still say James Wan should do Halloween.
Man, I mean, it could be interesting. I would never say no to James Wan to anything. Anything. I think I would be most excited to see his name on a Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, suspense, like Halloween or Nightmare, I like to see him because he can give you that, shocking factor like that. Something's creeping around. I mean, I think he would nail it for Nightmare or Halloween.
Yeah. Scott, thanks for your super chat, my friend. Very, very much appreciated. And it looks like everyone that had seen it for the first time tonight in the chat seems to all really enjoy it, and I'm glad. Glad to have introduced that movie to you guys tonight. And I appreciate you all staying so late to stay up and watch it. We had a really good turnout. We still got 19 people here for a watch party that was not planned until an hour and a half before we did it, I think, or 2 hours.
Right.
So not much time. Well, Scott, all right, man, look, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this now. Scream was extremely original in my opinion because no movie had done what Scream had done. No movie had come and put the movies in our world into their world, where these are movies we watched that we grew up watching. Halloween, Nightmare.
There was always one killer.
And there was always they introduced two killers. We've got rules of horror that we know about, but they're making them official rules. I've never seen that before. That's original. So the meta-ness of that movie was so unique and so original. And Phil, guys, feel free to chime in. I'm just.
Oh yeah, if it wasn't original. Yeah, if it wasn't original, we wouldn't have got Urban Legend, like we just stated, or Valentine, or I Know What You Did Last Summer. They all piggybacked off Scream, so it was original, and it's Wes Craven. I mean, a maestro himself. I mean,
also, I'll point this out too, and I think this is a really key component. You've never seen a horror movie where at that time Drew Barrymore was the biggest female star on that roster.
Yeah.
And she gets killed off in the opening scene. Never seen that before. We're all expecting that particular actress, because she's the biggest star, to be the final girl.
Yeah.
And they completely flipped it.
That's right.
Didn't she?
That's original right in itself, right there.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, that had not been done since Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho in 1960, right? I think it was.
Yeah.
That was the last time that had ever been done. It's been so long that it shocked everyone.
Right.
We couldn't believe it. Because she was hired.
And plus the opening, you never seen an opening like that. You never that the talking to the killer. You never seen.
And that's the thing too. When we talk about our slashers, like Michael,
they don't talk.
Like Michael, Jason, Freddy,
but you're
talks.
asleep. You're in the dream.
Right. But then the phone calls, stuff like that, calling over the phone, like actually talking. It's not like when a stranger calls and you barely hear anything.
Right.
The killer actually has real dialogue with our victims. Like
that's right. Like Black Christmas, where you're just
don't forget about Billy.
I was about to say Black Christmas, where he's just mumbling and stuff, making noise.
No, Billy was multiple personalities. Like
that's true.
That's true. That he was talking to himself. Like that was something nuts. Different. I mean, there was a lot of prom night in Scream. There was.
Yeah.
But I think that Scream was, a combination of a lot of different movies shown in a way that we had never seen before.
Yeah.
That's exactly right, Michael. Great way to say it.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's like Wes Craven's like, how can I take all this and put it in one film? And he did it. And then everybody else tried to copy it.
I hate that people don't watch Black Christmas like they should. If you have not seen Black Christmas, y'all need to get on Black. Like, the original.
If you watch Black Christmas, you'll save time.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
You want to talk about a very good slow burn with very good actors in a movie? Black Christmas is, man, I remember seeing that as a kid and freaking out when Billy was shaking that door, and oh my god, man.
Yeah.
I just grew up Black Christmas and I'm just like,
Yeah. And that last scene, I'll never forget that last scene when the camera pans away from the sorority house and the attic shot, and he's still in the house, dude.
And that scene where she walks and opens the door and finds her friend's dead on the bed, and he's in between the door and the wall, and you can just see his eye, and he's like, "Hey, it's me, Billy." I'm like, "Oh my god, run!" His eyes like red, run. Right. And I mean, that had Margot Kidder was a very underrated actress. Margot Kidder was fantastic. And that movie, Olivia Hussey, she did a great, I love that movie.
Yeah.
And that's where, a lot of slashers got a lot of their stuff from too. Black Christmas was shit that came out 2 months after the original Texas Chainsaw.
And another thing for Scream, and this is true, it's still going and doing sequels, no remakes, nothing. And it's the only franchise doing it. Right now, I mean, all our favorites got remade except Scream.
That's right.
They were made way before Scream was.
Yeah,
right.
Scream is just, it was just.
If anything, Scream 4, they parodied the whole remake idea.
They did.
Yeah.
They sure did.
Well, just like in the newer ones, they're parodying the requels. You know what I mean? Like it's I don't know.
Yeah, they've got their. Scream has got its jam. It's got its, not to say formula, because it's usually not taken in the right way. It's got its DNA. It's a much better way to say it.
Right.
And I love the DNA of Scream. That's why it's my favorite franchise.
Come on, that Ghostface costume isn't original. Anytime you've ever seen a ghost, like if you've seen a kid dress up as a ghost for trick or treating, it would be a seat, with holes poked in it, like in Halloween, for the most part. Or they're dressing up as Casper.
I mean, look at
that. That is like a legitimate, that legitimately sparked. Now, every kid you see that is wearing a ghost costume, it's a ghost face costume.
Yeah. I mean, originally it wasn't Ghostface. It was Peanut.
Right. That costume was older than Scream.
But this is what Scream did to that costume.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, when you see that, it's Ghostface. You don't think, oh, Peanut, you do your research. But even though that we know this, that's Ghostface.
Right. Which you guys have to admit, you do see a little Halloween 2018 in that mask.
You do. I mean, you do. And the new one,
but it's perfectly acceptable though because it's supposed to be about Billy's mask and stuff. So it's 20-something years old.
It's 27 years old, 25 years old, whatever it was. So it's from 1996. So it's aged and weathered.
And plus, we know Scream always has showed love and paid homage to Halloween. So
yeah. Billy Loomis. I mean,
Nancy Loomis,
the biggest one.
you got it's not only that, you got Billy from Black Christmas, you got Loomis from Halloween.
Yeah,
of course. It's what Scream does. It's meta. It's all
Wes
meta.
Craven was in the original, dressed as Freddy Krueger.
That's
he's tipping
and
his
he
hat
created
to
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. That's a tip to the hat to these other horror movies. He's not bashing them. He's like, hey, y'all did good work. This is for you. That's what I love about horror. When you see this and this, you're just tipping your hat to them. Because you remember, like it's all about love. I mean, that's just what it is.
Yeah. I mean, how cool is that in Scream when you see Wes Craven dressing up as the character he actually created? Like that's the guy who created the character he's dressed up as. It's so friggin' cool, man.
And he called him Fred.
And he called him Fred. Not you, Fred.
No, and this is another thing. Another thing too is like the whole group of friends aspect. Yeah, Halloween. They had Annie and Linda side of Laurie, but not to say we didn't care about them. We liked those characters, but you didn't care about those characters like you did the Scream characters. Every single character in that original Scream film, you actually cared about. Tatum, Randy, even before Billy was revealed to be a killer, Stu. You actually cared about the characters. Like you wanted to be invested in these characters.
Yeah, but they weren't the same type of characters. Because Scream flipped the script and they made all the same people the final people and not the killer. Like you look at Halloween, you look at Friday the 13th, what do they have in common? They have Jason, they have Michael. You know what I mean? And Laurie, in multiple movies. But what Scream did was they said, no, our returning people are going to be on the opposite side of things. So I don't even feel like they're comparable because of that. You know what I mean? Because no, your primary focus is the people trying to get away from different killers every time.
Yeah, so
but then again, look at Rose McGowan's fan base in the Scream franchise. Still, you still have like girls dressing up as her, showing up to these conventions.
My wife is smart.
We don't see that with like PJ Souls characters or Nancy Loomis stuff like that. That's what I mean by that.
Yeah, but they're still it's not the same to me. Like the whole premise of a Scream was we're gonna flip everything upside down. Tatum, definitely a good character.
Right here, he goes, they're not good characters yet. Not as good as John Carpenter. I'm sorry, Laurie Strode is not a good character. She's not.
I know
Loomis
is. Love Laurie Strode.
Yeah, it's like
Loomis.
Loomis.
Yeah. If we're gonna start bashing Loomis, I'm gonna have to get ready because I'm gonna stand up on that.
First of all.
Yeah, I mean,
Donna Pleasance is fantastic.
Laurie Strode was just a damsel in distress. I mean, Loomis always protected her in the first, saved her in the first one and the second one. Loomis was the character. He was the character. To me, I always say that Loomis and Michael was the story, and Laurie was just there. But
that was that was a crazy relationship between those two, though, man. Because Michael didn't even acknowledge Loomis through either of those movies. Like he just didn't care about him.
Yeah, or did he? You know what I mean? Like when he at 5, especially 5, and when he's sitting there and he's looking up and he's listening to Loomis, and then he cut him. He could have finished the job, but he didn't. He just threw him off.
The best Halloween though to really start.
But I'm just saying,
characters,
and that's when he cried. But I'm just saying, it's like the whole time I think he could have killed Loomis, but he didn't because he's been with him for 15 years. He could be a father figure to Michael. Even though that will show him some type of human, it could be the truth. I mean, he killed his sister.
It wouldn't have mattered at that point if they made him look human, because they made him look human in that movie by crying.
That was just the worst. I swear to God, I hate that movie so much. Jesus.
I get why they're crying, because I try, because thinking of it's like, to me, I didn't take it because he was human. I took it that, okay, I'm crying because I have to do this. And
I was
can't
crying
stop
because
from
Michael
this.
was crying.
Yeah, it's like, I got to kill this girl.
Cry?
And it's like, because, and I got to kill this girl and I got to do this. It's like he's conflicted with himself. But like I said, a lot of people didn't like 5.
Oh God, no, I hated 5.
5.
I hated the mask.
Mask was rough, but there were some parts.
Loomis.
5 that I didn't mind. That was my favorite part. Honestly, was Loomis.
Yeah.
If Loomis hadn't been in there, I probably wouldn't have liked it as much at all. But
talking in the woods, telling him to go home.
Yeah,
they'll kill you too, Michael.
For God's sake, stop her!
Go home, Michael.
Come on it. If that
go home, Michael.
Dies tonight,
we've added on to your house. It's now a Victorian mansion.
Yeah.
Yes,
go back home to that.
We've built it up to a large house.
It's like you get to the Myers house and you look at it and you're like, what the hell is this? It's like, how is this the Myers house?
Oh man.
It's so much with that movie, man. So much.
Oh, Scott says for $5 super chat. Thanks, Scott. Scream will never be in the same league or arena as Halloween. Never. Oh, I agree. Scream will be in its own stadium.
The first Halloween?
Yeah. I mean, no. I don't know. I'm being facetious. Scream will be in its own league and arena and stadium, my friend.
Yeah.
Well, see, and see, listen though, and to comment on what Scott is saying. Hey, that's cool that you're entitled to your own opinion.
Exactly, it's just an opinion.
I'm a diehard Halloween fan. That's my favorite franchise in horror. Mm-hmm. But I can honestly tell you, as a Halloween fan, they have made some bad Halloween movies.
Yeah.
When can you honestly say Scream has produced a bad Scream movie?
I can't. About this. Yeah, I talked about this.
I honestly can't say. I can't say there was one particular bad Scream movie. Even if there's one that I said, okay, it could have been a lot better. It was still a good movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, had a good script, had a good. Yeah.
So
it wasn't like I ain't watching that again.
The continuity and the consistency.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. I think Scream is definitely in that same arena as Halloween. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
When Halloween was good, it was great. When Halloween was good, man, it was great. But when it was bad, oh boy, was it bad. Like, I am a huge Halloween fan myself, and believe it or not, I dislike more Halloween movies than I like. You know what I mean?
I think we can all probably say that.
I do. And this is going to be the most unpopular thing you've ever heard on your show, Craven. I swear. I think that Friday the 13th does the best job with continuity. Mm-hmm. And I think that they don't have the highs that Halloween has, but it doesn't have the lows that Halloween has either. Like pick what you want. I mean, regardless, I'm not a big Friday the 13th 5 fan. I'm just not. But there are a lot of people that absolutely love that movie. And if you throw it continuity wise, it all makes sense. To whereas Halloween, you're like, well, what are we doing now? Yeah. Like, how did we get here? Oh, we've started over again.
Friday
we're gone back here.
It's or 9 is the one that goes to hell. I will not watch.
Oh again. Hell's terrible.
I will not. That's the only one.
But see, you got to remember that New Line took a hold of Friday the 13th after 8. Mm-hmm. Because Paramount, they did everything in their power to make Jason Takes Manhattan shit. Like the amount, if you've looked into that movie, the way it was made, they needed this budget, then they cut their budget. Most of it was supposed to take place in Manhattan. Instead, they had to go to the boat, and then they took it to Vancouver. And it was just like, man, it was a nightmare once it began.
Yeah. He said they all got their ideas from Halloween, except my franchise, Nightmare on Elm Street. No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Wait, who's saying that Scream got their ideas from Halloween?
I mean, it's like I say, man.
There's homages there, but Michael, there's not 2 killers being revealed. Halloween isn't who done it. Like,
I mean, not only that, dude. Ghostface doesn't stalk the killer their victims like Michael. They're not even the same type of killer. Now,
No.
they seek them out and stuff, but they don't. There's not that stalking. There's chase scenes, but it's not the same. It's not the same vibe. It's not completely different.
They're not like that's why when people start comparing those movies, I tend to step in and say, look, there's too many differences to really say. You know what I mean? That's why
they're very different.
Every time there's a new Scream movie that comes out, I see it. I do, because I loved the original Scream. I love Scream 2. I really like Scream 4, and the rest of them I can take it or leave it. It's just my opinion. I'm not, as big into them. A lot of times, like, I thought that 6 was going to be really good, and I really enjoyed the first 2 acts, and then I feel like the third act went off the rails. Like, it just was like, okay, this person's been stabbed 87 times. He's fine. Jen Ortega got stabbed in the back, and she's climbing ladders and doing flips.
That's how you could say it's like Halloween.
Ghostface has the cop has the gun pointed at the girl at the end. She has a knife. She runs at him. He runs at her with the loaded gun. It's like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's
right.
That's just me. Those are the things that I look at, and believe me, there's nothing wrong with Scream. It's definitely good, and I've said it on my channel. Money wise, it's the most consistent money maker there is. It is. They pop 100 million every time they make it.
Oh yeah.
Tell me another slasher that's popped 100 million every time they made it. You can't, because it hasn't happened.
That's true.
Every single one.
And the only one that really pales to all, Halloween 2018. Love it or hate it, it blew the box office out the water. And I don't see any slasher touching Halloween 2018 for a long time.
I don't either, man. That was nuts.
I'll be completely honest. And this may be a hot take, but this is just my opinion. I think Scream 7, when it does get announced, if they announce Neva's going to be back, with the theory and the thought and the possibility Matthew could be back as Stu Macher as well.
Make a lot of money.
I think that movie, especially if this is supposed to be the last, if they confirm it anytime soon, that this will be the last radio silent Scream, this is going to be the last Scream for a while, I definitely do believe the Bucks will be rolling on that film. Could it surpass Halloween 2018? It's a stretch.
Yeah,
but
it's a stretch.
The hype, I'll put it this way, especially, and this is just my opinion, if they can start to hype up a little bit sooner than what they did for Scream 6, for Scream 7, and you saw what that promotion did for Scream 6.
Sure did.
I definitely do think that if they bring that back, and there's this hope and this possibility that Matthew is going to be back as Stu Macher, I think there's a chance. I'll say there's at least a chance for them to sniff Halloween 2018.
You're talking about having to make $100 million more than what Scream 6 made.
Because 6 ended at one. Wasn't it 170 or 160? Right. It was 170, I believe.
2018 Halloween domestically 159 million.
Yeah,
worldwide it made 259 million.
It was 250, right? Isn't that right? 250 worldwide.
Worldwide.
Worldwide, and I think Scream was 170. So yeah, it's
68.
And that was without Nev Campbell.
That's right. That's without Nev. Here's what I think will happen. So
Scream 6 was 168. Halloween 2018 was 255.6.
Yeah, and but see, even Scream.
Oh, dude.
Even 2018 that's an anomaly, though, man.
Are we going to stick with slashers? We're just going to stick because it beat both of them.
Well, yeah,
it's not a slasher.
It's
though,
not
man.
a slasher.
Yeah. So we're sticking with slasher, yeah, because it made a 701 million more wide.
No, that doesn't count in this conversation. 2018 is an anomaly, though. That's like a Tom Brady, and then every other quarterback. It's just that for whatever reason, that one movie, it absolutely just hit. It was Tom Brady, and it just blew it up. I mean, I couldn't believe I mean, I think everybody was shocked when it hit 250.
Well, I mean, you got to think about what Halloween 2018 did. It brought 3 different Halloween fan bases to see a movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Halloween has been around since 78. Okay.
Right.
And you've had the original Halloween fans. They went and saw it because they're like, hey, we're continuing off the original. We're going to give you the Michael back that you fell in love with. And then you have, the Michael fans that are just seeing every Michael shit that comes out. And then you have a newer generation of fans that, latched onto Rob Zombie's Halloween and said, that was their first experiences, seeing Michael Myers was Rob Zombie. And you know what? He made fans out of them. Now they're saying they're bringing another Halloween movie out for the older people. Hey, guess what? This is going back to what you loved.
Yeah.
And now there's another people that are just like, well, I'm seeing it because it's Michael Myers. And then you had that other fan base that was like, well, I liked Rob Zombie's Halloweens. Those were the first ones I ever saw. Of course I'm going to go to this. So you have a big group of people coming to see this movie.
Yeah.
Now with Scream, that's been around since 96. So you probably got what? Maybe two different generations of Scream fans, you would say, roughly. Because the first one didn't come out till 96. So, even people our age, Craven, we were already in close to our 20s at that point, if not over 20.
True.
So I feel like there's only time-wise that there's only about 2 generations of Scream fans.
Well, it's weird when you look at the box office because all it is ticket sales, not how many people saw it. I did this thing on a stream that I looked at Ghostbusters 84, right? And it made 15 million opening. And that's what I based it on. The ticket sales was $2.50 at that time, right?
Right.
And 5 million people came and saw it. So I fast forward to Afterlife, made 44 million opening.
Right.
Okay. And I based the tickets about $14 because it said 13 to 16.50. 3 million people went and saw it.
Yeah, but Ghostbusters has been around for a long time and it's been a cult classic. So I mean, you've got different fan bases seeing that because even people that were born after 85 have seen Ghostbusters, the first one. I mean, that's Ghostbusters. That's a whole nother thing,
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Scott's attended to his own opinion. I mean, that's how it is. Halloween's first. Actually, it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Black Christmas.
Last House on the Left was 1972.
Well, you can go back to Psycho too. I mean, how far are we going here?
Well, we're talking slasher. Yeah, we're talking slasher.
Yeah.
Psycho was a slasher.
Psycho was a slasher. 1960. We can go all the way back there.
I guess I just look at it from the standpoint. I guess financially, I just look at it from the standpoint. If Scream 6 did what you say, basically 170 million,
160
without them,
bring her back.
Yeah,
but
without that,
do you think that anybody was like, I'm not seeing Scream because Nev's not in it?
There was a lot of people, especially when I was doing
video. I bet they all went and saw it.
I know some actually waited till it went on DVD and streaming. I know some did that said they weren't going to go to the theater and watch it and stuff. But there were a good bit of people who were like we'll watch the movie, but we're not going to the theater to see if she's not in it.
That's what they're doing now. Now think about it. In 2018, you got Jamie Lee Curtis coming back. That's a big deal. Now, if Ned comes back, and if Matthew, like you're saying, if that actually happens, this movie's going to make a lot of money. It's going to make a lot of money. And especially you have Gail come back, and then you have Jenna Ortega. She's completely blowing up right now. So you're having her thrown in the mix with after Wednesday. Well, now with the strike and all that, we don't know.
I just don't think there's been enough time because you can also look at it from another aspect that there might be Scream fatigue at this point because they've come out with Scream 5 2 years ago, Scream or 1 year ago, Scream 6 this year, and then you throw another Scream next year, it might get the Halloween Ends treatment where people are like, Jesus, another one?
I think it's going to be 2025, honestly, bro.
I think so too.
I don't think they're going to film that thing till sometime next year.
But 18, it had been 9 years since there was a Halloween, and
Yep.
And after the first Rob Zombie, now granted, I'm not saying it wasn't a decent movie, but that definitely divided the fan base to where there were people that were like, I didn't like this Halloween. This was not my type of Halloween. So you got to go back to Resurrection before that, before those people had it. They saw Resurrection. And most people didn't like that movie. No offense to anyone that likes Resurrection, but I mean, since we had a good Halloween movie when 18 came out along those standards, it's not everybody's, but for a certain fan base, you've got to go back, man, a while. I mean, there are some people that didn't like anything after Halloween 4.
I think the only contender 2018 Halloween can have is a Friday 13th. How long has it been since we had one?
I want a Friday 13th
2009.
So bad. Like, you have no idea.
Or a Nightmare.
So scared. Yeah, Nightmare too.
Yeah. I mean, so it's possible, but I think it's so Scream. We don't know. It's crazy.
Anything all of us are saying is speculation, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's not like any of us can guarantee that Scream 7's only going to make 100 million or that it's going to make 300 million. You really don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, you don't even know if Jenna Ortega's coming back.
Yeah, that's the thing.
She's got freaking Beetlejuice coming out. Yeah. You know what I mean? She's got Wednesday season 2. I mean, this is a busy girl.
I said it. I said you need to lock her in now. I've been saying it for months. You better lock her in now because the bigger she gets, that price is going to go, and that schedule is going to go.
It's just, I mean, but there's a lot of different ways it can go. There really is.
Or a new horror movie can come out and be like, boom, here we go. I mean, it can happen. I mean, it really can happen. Yeah. But that's what I was saying. Like I think that's what's so good about streaming, right? Is if they say movie theater's done, we're not doing, because they base the sequel off the success of the movie theater, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, if they stick to streaming and like what Disney did with pre-order, then they can have, out the gate, like, okay, we got this many pre-orders. Let's go. Just say for Scream 6 was streaming only, right? Pre-order. Mm. And they's like, oh, we got that. All right, let's start working 7 because that's how many people's going to come watch it. So in a way, streaming would probably be the best for horror if you did pre-orders or if you did pre-order tickets. They can figure out how it's like, because you figured they would have already wrote on 7, especially after the huge success it had in box office. But
and you got to think too, like one thing that we don't take in consideration about theaters is the pandemic.
Yeah.
Right.
Theaters have not recovered from the pandemic yet.
Every time I go in there, there's probably 6 people.
I don't think I've been in a full theater since Spider-Man No Way Home. I think that was
Scream 6.
I think that was the last time that was the last time I saw a full theater for any movie that I've seen was Spider-Man No Way Home. And I mean, that's
what I was saying. Streaming, that's the next evolution of entertainment. Yeah,
I hate it because I'm an 80s kid and I want to go to the theater or to a drive-in. As long as they're
still open, I'm going to the theater for the big movies, like, you know what I mean, and stuff. Like I'm going to the theater. That's just, like you said, that's old school right there. Like nothing tops watching one of your favorite horror movies or a horror movie you have optimism that might break out and be the next big thing. Nothing tops going to see it in the theater with a bucket of popcorn with some cheese on the side. You get your favorite candy, a big old soda sitting right next to you. Now they got those recliner seats. So you just, press that button. You always get
the frozen drink. I got a gallon of frozen Coke with like a straw just right in my mouth.
I used to smoke cigarettes, right? And when Netflix came out, I'm like, oh, this is great because I can't smoke in the theater. So I sit back in my own home, but now I don't smoke. So it's like, I don't mind. But I'm a drive-in guy. We still have one. We still have a drive-in. Yeah.
We've got one about 30 miles north.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm more of a drive-in guy. It's like, because they'll play the original, 78 Halloween. Like, theater cut. Yeah. So you get it. Yeah.
I would love to do that one time. Go to a drive-in.
I had a van. I was sitting on the roof of the van watching 78 Halloween, and then they played the remake of Rob Zombie's because that was the big thing. This is the theater, drive-in theater cut of Halloween. Let's do this.
We always get double features at the drive-in, man. Yeah. You're gonna get 2 movies every time.
Yeah. And the thing, it's like here, it's like $11 now, but you're getting 2 films. Pretty good deal.
Wow.
You're from around where I'm from around, JT.
Yeah,
So it's
I'm
like,
in Indiana.
It's like we going to the drive-in, we gonna watch 2 movies, then we're going to Waffle House. What's up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to go to Walmart, but they don't stay up 24 hours anymore.
Oh gosh.
Because you can swing by Walmart, pick up some beer and stuff, but no, not now.
We going to drive-in, then we going to Waffle House for some smothered and covered. What's up?
Lady Luna asked real quick, have I done a My Soul to Take watch party?
That's a good film.
That is a very good one. I'll probably be doing one of those soon because
Wait,
Wes
I'm
Craven's,
pretty sure you did a while ago, Steven.
I did last August
Yeah.
for Wes Craven month in
Yeah.
August. And
that's coming up.
It's coming up again. You know, his birthday's August 2nd, and he passed away. And on August, I blank out the day he passed because I pretend like it didn't happen. But I think it's the end of the month. I think it's the 30th. So I always have Wes Craven month is every August, and we'll do like multiple watch parties of several of his movies. And yeah, I did My Soul to Take last August was one of them. But Lady Luna, I know you weren't a part of the channel last year.
August 30th, he passed away.
Yeah, I thought it was the
2015.
30th. Yeah. Born on the
I was
2nd.
so bummed when I heard that. I was like, what?
Oh,
I saw it on
gosh.
Facebook. I was scrolling on before. I'm like, what?
Yep.
Awful. It's so unexpected because he didn't share with the public
Right.
his cancer battle. Only his family knew. So it was a shocker to outside of his family. No one even.
And who was that you're talking about? I'm sorry.
Oh, Wes Craven.
Oh yeah, totally, man.
Total shocker.
He was a shocker, and so was Chadwick Boseman from Black Panther. I didn't even know that guy was sick. And it's just like, man, you're a young kid and you're dead already. You got to be freaking kidding me.
Yeah,
like,
so true.
Good God, man.
Yeah.
Well, he did like a creepy little message. They asked him about Endgame or Black Panther 2 is what is. What about Black Panther 2? And he said, I'll be dead. And they thought he was joking. And like saying, like, yeah, you'll see it like wait a minute. And this was after he passed away. I saw it on YouTube. But yeah, he said, I'll be dead. And they're like, oh, no, you can't die. Black Panther can't die. And then you're like, oh, my God, he basically just said it. And it's just like, that's crazy.
That's
wow.
nuts.
So yeah, Lady Luna, stay touched. I did it last year. I don't know that I'll do it another one in August because there's other ones I want to get done that I didn't do last year, like Deadly Friend.
Oh, I love that movie.
I love that, dude. I want to do Deadly Friend. I want to do Red Eye. I want to do Deadly Blessing. I want to do the most difficult Wes Craven movie film for me to watch. It's so hard to watch, but it's masterfully made, which is Last House on the Left from 1972, his first movie. It's a tough one to get through, but it's an incredibly made movie.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do it last August, so that's 4 films that I want to do next month right there. That's 1 a week if I do those 4. I did Shocker last year. I can't remember all of them that I did, but I didn't do People Under the Stairs last year. But anyway, I didn't do Serpent in the Rainbow either. But Deadly Blessing, Deadly Friend, Red Eye, and Last House on the Left. That's my goal for next month for Wes Craven month.
All I'm going to say about Deadly Friend is basketball.
Oh, you know it, baby. All the way. Air that basketball up.
Basketball and throw mama from the train. That's all I'm going to say.
Who are you? I'm Owen's friend. Owen doesn't have any friends.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Great.
Bro, dude, look who's rolling in here. Dude, Brett James Bishop. How are you, my man?
What's up, Brett?
Good to see you, dude. We're jawing on a, what do you call it? We're just yakking on a bone. We're just jawing on a bone. We got through watching Valentine and hanging out here before we wrap up, just chatting. The after party. I will say this, though.
He said, I look very dapper indeed.
Oh, my gosh. Oh yeah, we've all missed you, Brett. Everyone loves you, man. Brett will be returning.
That Halloween movie. Sorry.
Yeah, for sure. The Shape of Halloween. And Brett will be joining the panel again very soon, maybe even next weekend, if all things go as planned. He's been a very busy guy. So, but things are starting to settle down. And Brett, you and I talked even earlier today, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you back, for sure.
I was just chewing on chicken bones.
There you go, Jamie.
I understand it.
There you go, Brett. Yeah, man. You'll be back sooner than later. That's right, my man. That's right, my man. I'm looking forward to that. And so one thing I'll admit, I know I'm not going to go back and start the box office thing up, but that was a great discussion. But I will just add, or not even add, I guess, reiterate something that. Oh, wait! Before I do that, Brett says I should have a rough cut of The Shape of Halloween next week. So that's exciting. Yes, it's exciting.
Heck yeah.
Dude.
Early watch party. Early watch party.
Oh, yeah. Listen, man. Brett already knows. I've been like, man, I've got to have exclusives. I've got to have like premieres. I've got to have stuff on this channel before anybody else. And so, Brett, not trying to be greedy, but man, hook a brother up, man. Hook me up. All right, we go back, man. We go back. Let's
That's right.
Let's
That's
do this
right.
thing.
You are the saint. I'm not. We gotta watch it.
Yeah.
I'm his evil side. We gotta watch it. Next week, good.
Next week, good. That's a rough cut. That's okay.
It's okay. Start. That's all right.
Yeah, man.
We can be the first showing. You know, that's what they do nowadays, right? They have the early showings and stuff. You know that
test screeners.
Test screenings.
Yeah.
Test screenings. That's awesome, Brett. I'm very happy for you, man. It's exciting. I am so pumped to see this movie, and I know that once we can do the watch party here, and hopefully we can get Paige Mitten back for the debut. I'll have you and Paige, and if you can get Loomis on, we can get a hold of Loomis if he's able to come. Whoever else you wouldn't bring on, we'll get a panel up here of the cast and crew, whoever you want. It'll be awesome. And I'll say this: I bet you, not to speak out of turn, but I guess I'm going to put him on the spot. But you don't have to answer now, Michael. But Michael has this thing for promoting and supporting independent fan films and being a voice and a champion for fan films, which I really respect. So I have a feeling Michael's going to be very invested and interested in this Shape of Halloween. And it's a Halloween fan film on top of it, which is even like, you know, even
I'll definitely check it out for sure.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah.
Definitely check it out for sure.
I was going to say something Marcus mentioned earlier about the box office. I'm not even talking about like trying to match 2018 or anything like that. I'm just talking about how well 7 will do, just period, just in general. And I think 6 was a barometer of the audience, the market for 6 or for Scream.
It had good marketing. It did.
Great marketing, great response. But Marcus, you said this a minute ago. 2 things, right? First was if Nev is back, what effect will that have?
Right.
But the second component, I think, is equally crucial. Does Stu Macher come back in this movie? And I think it's going to be one of these things where once if it's kept a secret, and it doesn't happen in other words, if they really do keep it a secret, and once that movie comes out, and actually people see it, and word spreads.
Oh yeah, it's like wildfire. Yeah,
it's gonna go. It's gonna go up, just like Scream 1 did in real. Yep. When Scream 1 started, opening weekend was marginally successful. It wasn't that big, and then word of mouth, people telling other people, you got to go see this movie. It lit a wildfire. And unlike most movies who start going down by, I forgot what the percentage mark is. Usually like week 2 is 20 to 30% lower than week 1. And it starts going lower and lower. Scream went up the other way and going upwards instead of downwards. It could happen. If the word gets out that Stu is back and in that movie with Sydney, that's when I think it could make you got to go see the movie, and I don't know how high it'll go, but I think it could make a huge difference. Actually, we could see a spike. That's what I was going to say.
Well, that's like 78 Halloween was the same way. It didn't do that great. Then it was going up, up. So that's what Halloween and Scream 96 can actually share off each other. It's similar. At first was and then it just word of mouth and it took off. But I think now, it's because you got social media everywhere, TikTok, Facebook, you name them all.
That's right.
And people start doing these little shorts, Stu's back.
Oh man,
it's going to take off. So I mean, that's the good thing about social media now. You can get news really, really fast.
So true, man. So true, man. Well, guys,
if Stu comes back, they're going to ruin it in the trailer. I hate trailers anymore. I swear to God.
They better not do that, Michael. I will be honestly furious, and I'm the conductor of the Stu train.
You are the conductor of the Stu train.
I am. And I'll be upset about that.
That's one thing I don't worry about, because in Scream 5 and Scream 6's trailer, like, we got a bunch of Easter eggs between 5 and 6 that could point to Stu being alive. And we hardly talked about him in the trailer because they did a good job of masking them. They literally made us wait till we got to the movie. And I think that formula will still hold true.
Yeah.
No, they showed that one girl getting stabbed on the subway in the teaser trailer. And it's just like the only trailer I saw was teaser trailer. That girl gets freaking stabbed. And it's like, really?
Yeah, I think
one of those.
We shouldn't get a full trailers. I think they need to keep them teasers. Just 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds. It's a little here. It says, if you give me 2 or 3 minutes, like, okay, in some films, not all films, you can kind of figure out what's going on. Like,
I can. Yeah.
Right.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022, the bus scene.
Yeah.
The bus scene. It's like right there. Right there in the trailer. I'm like, no. It's just show the bus. But when he walked on it, I'm like, oh,
you're
my
canceled,
God.
bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right there on the trailer. And it's like, what's about to happen.
Like, you didn't get that shock moment because, like, okay, here it is.
No,
here it is.
Here comes the slaughter.
My biggest thing for my example's always been the firefighter scene in Halloween Kills.
That was a travesty.
Can you imagine if you did not know that was coming and you were in the theater like, oh my God, look at this.
Gosh, dude.
Yeah.
But no, you knew it was coming.
Yep.
But I will say one thing, and this is like maybe the only thing I can say positive about the Halloween trilogy trailers. They did not blow it by showing any flashback footage from kills.
That is true.
They did.
They held all of that back, dude.
No. They had Michael standing there with Loomis behind him in the trailer. And you're like, it's got to be a flashback. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yep. Go back and watch it again. It's right there.
Well, I'm glad I didn't remember that.
I'm sitting there like, how the hell did this happen? Like,
no.
Sitting there trying to break the trailer down. Like, you got to be freaking kidding me.
I think he's right. I think it's starting to come back to my memory, but I'm actually checking it now.
Yeah, dude, it's there. I remember. And that was 2 years ago because I'm like, how the hell's Loomis in this? This must be a flashback. And it pans back when he's standing outside of the Myers house.
Well, as a responsible content creator in the public, I redact my statement. I can officially have nothing good to say about the trilogy of Halloween trailers.
I wasn't even a content creator yet. And I'm sitting in front of my computer like, what are you doing? Why? Why is this happening?
I got one that they didn't show too much. I got one. It is Halloween Kills. The very end when he went ham on everybody.
Well, yeah, they didn't show the finale.
That one was good.
True.
That was a good scene. Yeah, they blew the firefighters. But at the end where he just Brackett's gone. He says goes ham like this is what I'm talking about. And then he shows up behind Butcherface, and then boom, 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 then stands in the window. I'm like, that's Michael.
I don't care. I swear to God, I will stand here and go toe to toe with anyone over Kills, dude. I will defend Kills like there is no
it's
other.
My favorite. Yeah,
I'll wear a shirt that says #Kills Army.
Yeah, it's like
if they wanted to end it at Kills, I'm fine. I've been fine. If it's like, all right, Kills, that's it.
Well, that's what we was talking about the other night after me, Dustin, and Jamie talked about. We did a Twin Peaks episode 1 on Watch Party. I said it. I felt like Halloween Ends, for the direction that they went in, especially if they would have tweaked some things with Corey's character. If you would kill Michael in Halloween Ends and set it up epically, and then you grind his body up like you did in Halloween Ends, then I feel like fans would have accepted. They would have been a little bit more surprised that Laurie was coming back, Jamie Lee Curtis was coming back for a third film that didn't have nothing to do with Michael. I feel like that would have worked to their advantage, especially to cap off Laurie's story the way she obviously wanted to, tell it. Yeah. Because at the end of it all, it's all about evil changing shape, at least according to her. You could have got that message across with Corey without having Michael in it. In my opinion.
I still think it should have been a side movie called like Haddonfield or something.
Yeah.
Like its own standalone.
Yeah, because they didn't have Michael in it. It was a good story. I mean, it was.
Right.
But if you took Michael out, like he just disappeared, gone. Yeah. After he killed everybody, he's gone. And then now it's Corey. Yeah. That'd be like they was pushing, like his mother said, your boogeyman died. Now they needed a new one. That could have been
right.
Like, okay, that could have been the premise of it. It's like they needed, like Haddonfield's so corrupt and evil, they needed a new boogeyman to blame all their problems. Why not this kid? But they didn't. They did what they did, and
they did. Hey, Michael, Brett says he'd love to take you on with a debate on Halloween Kills one day.
Cheers.
There you go.
All day.
Maybe I'll host it, host a formal debate.
Round 1.
Yeah, but I don't know. You might be kind of partial. I know how big of a Halloween Kills fan you are. You know what I mean? Dude, I will go fight that battle. I'll die on that hill. It's like one of my favorite sequels of the franchise. That's not the comment that's got me holding back. Like 2 more down from that's got the one that's holding me back. The Halloween Kills, Michael Myers will win versus Jason, and I'm like, come on, man.
No,
hell
no.
Michael's not going to respond well to that. That's his boy.
I can just throw out so many examples, and I'll just use CJ Graham. At the beginning of 6, when he just punches the guy and pulls his heart out through his back. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Michael, but there's.
Part 8 when he knocks a guy's head off with one punch.
I will not say something out of respect for your channel, Craven, because I know you don't like cuss words. It's not anything towards anyone. It's just, when you go in the locker room, they're
Uh-oh, Michael. You're frozen, buddy. If you can hear me.
There we go.
There we go. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's like, and the thing that fight will never take place. Well, we'll never get a Michael or Jason unless somehow.
No.
Who owns Jason now? They get my Halloween. I don't think it's.
But I mean, when you throw those debates, even if they made a movie, they're not going to be realistic because they don't want their boy to look bad.
Exactly. No. Same thing with Freddy versus Jason. Same thing.
Yeah. I mean, if you realistically, if they're in a dream world, Freddy's winning all day. Okay, he is.
Yeah.
But you pull Freddy out, I don't care what you say. Jason's grabbing both of his arms, just ripping them off and beating him to death with them. I mean, the way that fight went, you can't. New Line's not going to have Freddy looking weak. You know what I mean? No. It's tough. It's just it's a tough thing. But I mean, I love the debates. You know what I mean? Like those are so fun to do.
Yeah.
My favorite debate between Michael and Jason. My favorite too, because they're the most fair. Once you get into Zombie Jason, there is not a Michael Myers that can beat Zombie Jason. Period.
No,
there's not.
Well,
It
when
doesn't-
you're undead,
Yeah, there's not.
Yeah.
It
you're
doesn't
not
matter
dying.
how many rune stones you have or
No.
pebbles or whatever. It doesn't matter. It
Yeah.
Michael
doesn't.
will find a way.
But now, no, he won't.
Like Michael, by the way.
But
Killing
if you
someone
take
who's already dead.
if you take Tyler Maine, Rob Zombie's Halloween, and put him against Derek Mears, the remake Jason,
That'd be a
I
good
would
fight.
love to see that fight.
That would be a good fight. That would be a good
That's
fight.
the fairest
Yeah, that's
one
you
that you can throw.
You
right
have to
there.
do remakes. You
Yeah.
have to do the remakes.
I
You
don't-
really do.
I don't think. I mean, this is just my opinion. I mean, I guess because Jason had that emotional connection to the girl in the remake because he thought that was his mom. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
buddy.
know.
I don't know, man. Like, and maybe I'm just being naive, because I just didn't like this aspect of Michael. I just felt like he was so soft when he, got down on his knees and he was trying to explain to her that he was his brother. And I just feel like, given what I saw from that emotional standpoint, I feel like 2009 Jason would bust him all up. And he'd set traps for him.
I've always said
that's the thing. Jason from 2009 would set traps for him, and Michael would walk right into it because Rob made Michael so direct, so blunt. And
it depends where the fight is. If it's in Haddonfield, I don't know, man.
I
But if you're
got
at
my
Camp
money.
Crystal Lake, bro, I'm sorry, Tyler
Yeah.
Maine. You're taking an L. You're going to sleep with the fishes. So they.
I don't know, but if you think about it, then if you add people, then you add the girl. The same way he took a girl hostage. Jason don't do that.
He doesn't.
So now that gives him a weakness.
The
So
only
if he-
No, that's what I was saying. Like,
Yeah,
I guess we could say the same thing because he looked at her that like she was his mother and stuff like that. But yeah,
But we could talk about like the first 78 Halloween. I think part 3 Jason could beat 78 Halloween all day. Michael all day.
I do too, but I don't think part 2 Jason could beat the original Michael.
No,
Sackhead.
that'd be a good fight though.
I don't.
No.
I don't think so. But when you get to part 3 and part 4, Richard
Yeah.
Brooker and Ted White, they're tearing face of the original, and part 4 and part 5. I think that Brooker versus like Curse Michael would be good. You get to 6, where
Yeah,
he's
that
more
would be good.
brutal.
Yeah.
I think you take 3 or 4 from Friday the 13th and put it up against that Michael. When you're comparing the fighting between the two, but just say like, Michael will beat Jason or Jason will beat Michael. It's like, well, which one? There's so many different ones at this point. It's tough. And
here's where I weigh out on this whole thing. I'll make it my point's gonna be real quick because I don't consider myself a Jason expert. So I'll say it like this. I know one Michael who will not win any fight in that battle. And it's going to be Resurrection Michael because he gets beaten by Busta Rhymes. And if Busta can take him out, I know Jason can take him out. So
good point. Good
I was
point.
going to say you can
And
eliminate
Busta
him.
had one sideburn.
Hey,
Let's not-
JT, you got your machine ready?
What do we want?
Trick or treat,
Oh.
mother. There you go.
I mean, put it this way, dude, or guys, all of the big 3, the Michael, Jason, Freddy, they all have their moments where you're just like, good God, what are you doing? Like
4,
why?
5, 6.
Like
For me.
why?
4,
Why
5,
are we?
6 is mine.
What are we doing here?
Crispin Glover.
Oh, now that's cinematic history right there.
Oh, I love 4. If I love 4.
Yeah.
Force, that's my jam right there.
You care to dance?
I'll tell you what, I
So
even like
good though.
Vince's Never Hike Alone's Ghost Jason, man.
Oh yeah.
I dig that. I dig
Man,
that Jason.
can we get a new Freddy versus Jason in the independent scene? You know what I'm saying? It's like, because now we got Dylan's New Nightmare Freddy, we got Ghost Jason. It can happen. I'm just saying it can happen. I think Jason's going to win because we all know he's a big Jason fan.
Yeah, but Cecil is not.
Yeah, he's a nightmare guy.
So to quote Cecil, all it would take is for Dylan to go to Camp Crystal Lake, and those two posed dressed up at Mad Monster for pictures facing off against each other.
See.
But if well, Michael, if they made that happen though,
yeah,
would we get this again?
Say what you guys want, but he smashed because of that dance.
Oh, hey, man.
Hey, what you want? Cecil put me in the new Freddy vs. Jason movie. I'll dance that way, and I'll do the whole la 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 just for you guys. Like, what the hell is he doing?
Oh, you if you could dance and do that, la 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 la.
Hey, he took one of the twins upstairs. That's all I'm saying.
He did. He did. You're right. Listen,
all I'm saying.
He got further than that dude did in Valentine tonight. He got the white candle wax.
Oh,
he got a lot further than he did.
Oh my God.
And Jason in tonight's movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see. You had the salmon and oh my gosh. Woo.
Jason likes to dress. Well, good for him.
Yeah.
That's what that's nowadays. Good for him.
Gosh, dude. Wow. But yeah, that would be interesting. That would be a lot of interesting things to see, man. Some good stuff. Jamie, Christmas, such a good dancer.
I'll tell you, I'll do it, man. I'll do it. I'll do it. Won't even tell him. It's like, what's he doing? I don't know. He's
just
dancing.
show up doing it. Like somebody record this guy. Somebody record this guy. It's going somewhere in the movie. It's got to.
Oh my gosh. I wish he did conventions, man. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, the only things I've really heard about him is he's really kind of awkward to talk to. You know, he doesn't really talk to too many people.
That makes sense.
No, he really is, because like I've watched like interviews and stuff with him or whatnot, and he's like really like just like a really humble, chill dude, doesn't like speak too many words, you know, and stuff like that. And
yeah,
I honestly think the reason why, and I could be wrong, but he kind of did touch on this in an interview, is because of the whole Back to the Future thing.
Yeah.
That's why he does it. That's why even after that, he kind of stayed away from Hollywood for a little bit. And even now, like he does his own films and stuff like that, like overseas and all that. Like he says that he'd rather do that than go through what he had to go through before.
Mm.
Yeah,
and
makes sense.
Also,
that makes sense.
I remember Jake mentioning this to you on the Lethal Collective, Steven, about the Clowny Clown Clown. The rat.
Oh gosh, you guys, dude? I went and listened to his entire album after that. Have y'all heard his rap album?
No,
but I got want to.
Oh,
like, honestly,
man,
it is the most weirdest, awkwardest rap album I've ever heard in my life. But you cannot help in certain instances but just laugh.
Oh yeah. I swear, if I was on the Movie Bros channel, I would just put it up and play it. I don't care about copyright over there.
Right.
But I can't do it here. But I mean, let me just tell you, maybe after we end the stream here, before we say goodnight in the backstage, I'll put it up on this. We can pull it up and watch it together. At least one song.
I don't know.
Dude, Clowny Clown Clown.
Clowny Clown Clown.
The Clowny Clown Clown.
Every time I see him, I think of Charlie's Angels, where he pulls the hair out and sniffs it. And,
Creepy Thin Man.
Yeah, it's like
Creepy Thin Man. I love him in Charlie's Angels, dude.
You know what other movie is good too with him, and it doesn't get enough credit, and I really wish they would have went through with the R-rated version of it, because I feel like it would have been better. Willard.
Yeah.
Willard, the rats.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, he said in an interview that was supposed to be an R-rated movie, but like we're kind of going through now. The studio basically got involved and they basically watered a lot of stuff down, which is why I got put to PG-13.
Yeah. Don't you hate when studios meddle? Weinstein.
And look what we got now, especially like on Netflix is like, oh, you can do whatever you want now.
Right.
Honestly, I mean, it's like,
and see, for a PG-13 movie, especially for what it was still a good movie. It was creepy. That's what it was supposed to be. And he even said this. He said, I wish it would have went to rated R. He said, people don't know. We had so much darker stuff we were going to put in that movie.
Dude, there's so many movies that got butchered
to
death. Oh my God.
Well, look at Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson got together and did Curse. It was Wes Craven's first werewolf movie.
Right.
In 2005.
Yep.
And the Weinsteins jumped in and said, we want this to be PG-13. And
it's like, dude, I'm Wes Craven. You know who I am?
I know.
You know who you're talking to?
Man. Yeah. So he had to tame a lot of stuff down.
Yeah.
And
Weinstein Company. That's why you can't get Dogma. Kevin Smith's movie. You can't sell it. You can't put it on sale because they got it hostage. He said.
Wow.
So if you have it, that's the only way you're going to get it. No streaming. You can't buy it nowhere unless somebody has a copy and they're going to sell it.
Out there, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like Part 7, Friday 13, Part 7 got basically butchered.
Yeah, did you know that sleeping bag scene? He banged her off that tree like 6 times before he dropped her.
Yeah.
What?
They cut so much out of that.
So much.
That's like the worst out of the Fridays of getting cut. And it was still a good movie.
Man, it was
wow.
I still hate the mom. Tina! It's like a little too much. Shh. You know who's out here? Shut up.
Yeah, I know, right? I wasn't a big fan of the dad at the end pulling Jason in there too.
No.
Like,
originally they wanted him to have he's all skeleton and all that, but it didn't have time and the money. I was like, I wouldn't have done it then.
I'll tell you,
I just had her just do that whole, and then
Jason looked the best in 7.
That's
just freaking ridiculous.
My favorite shot is when he breaks, the cord and he's grinding his teeth, looking at her. It's my favorite shot in Friday 13th. I'm like, dude, he is pissed.
And you know that when they ignited Kane Hodder, that was the first time they'd ever ignited someone on film. Like it's always been someone, they light him up, then they start rolling as they're doing a firewalk.
Yeah.
They actually ignited him in the movie. Like they had the flamethrower. I'll just call it a flamethrower. It was probably something different. The igniter in the fireplace, and they lit him up right there as they were filming. And that's freaking crazy.
I like that part because he looks at the fire and he looks at her and is like, you're not gonna do what I think you're gonna do. Which essentially that supposed to have been Freddy versus Jason right there, but the rights and the ownership sold, and it became what it is.
It's funny, man. They've been trying to make that movie since the 80s, and it took them until 2003 to make that movie.
Yeah.
You want to talk about red tape?
Yeah. And we didn't get Kane, which was like, even Sean Cunningham's like, I always thought he was Jason.
Yeah.
And just that Ronnie Yu, son of a.
Well, I mean, you think about it though, dude. As intense as Kane Hodder was, they wouldn't have been able to Frankenstein him like they did.
Oh no! Oh, he don't do this. Jason does this. Jason does this. He ain't doing this. I'm like, well.
Now this is conflicting stories. We'll never really know. It's going to be we say, she said, or whatever. But according to Ronnie Yu, he made like 5 to 7 offers to Kane Hodder. And each one Kane rejected and basically told him bring him more money, to the point where Ronnie said, and this is what Desmond was telling me because I guess he had a source close to it. And basically Ronnie was like, look, like, I'm not just going to keep going through this. We're trying to get the movie done. I got the studio breathing down my neck. And that's why they went with Ken Kirshner, because all the offers they offered Kane, he kept turning it down because he wanted the same amount of money as Robert Englund.
No,
I don't know, dude. And I hate to be this guy, dude, but I talked to Kane Hodder like 3 days ago at Mad Monster, and he was just like, we talked about Freddy vs. Jason, and he was just like, nah, man, they screwed me out of it. He's like, they never wanted me to be Jason. He's like, but Ken did ask him. Ken asked him, Ken Kurtzinger, and he was like, yeah. He's like, you can do it because they're friends.
Yeah.
Because I wanted him
there when I met Kane.
I wanted him to sign my Freddy vs. Jason poster at the bottom. It should have been me, Kane Hodder. I wanted that. You know what I mean? But I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
I would have, because it would have been funny.
Yeah. If I ever get it done, I'll show it to you guys.
He's gonna be a Scarefest.
Yeah, he will be. And Ken Kurtzinger is gonna be at Horror Hound in Indy.
Is he gonna have his Frankenstein boots on?
I don't know, but I'm gonna get him to sign my Freddy vs. Jason poster, and then maybe after it's done, because I already got.
And have him mark it out.
Yeah, like Kane have it after I get him. Yeah, take it to Scarefest. Come on, dude.
I'm not gonna lie. I think when I go to Jersey in a couple weeks, I'm gonna get Dermont's autograph and stuff. But I think when I walk up to his booth, I'm gonna act like I'm crying.
Who?
Dermont Maroney, who was Ghostface in Scream 6.
Oh no!
Yeah, yes.
Dude,
I think I'm gonna roll up to his crying, Steve, and just straight up tears.
Here's the thing. I dare
Batman
you.
mask. Yeah,
that's what I was about to say. I dare you to go up there and say,
"Oh, I'm doing it. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go the whole way."
If you mess with my family.
Yep. I'm doing it. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna add the whole tears. I'm gonna add the whole tears. I'm gonna shake his hand and be like, just look to the side, like, you, my family, you die. Like, just see how he reacts to that.
If I go and meet him, I'm on the times like, listen, you're not a good dad. You wasn't a good dad in Angels in the Outfield. When they about to wear the pennant, you gave up on him, and then you lost Richie and your other two kids. You're just not a good dad, man. And then
well,
probably
at least in Scream 6, he kind of does own up to it when he says, "Have I been a perfect father? No."
You think they share the same timeline? What if that's the guy from Angels in the Outfield? There's 7 right there. The kid, they can see Angels. He's going to be the killer because y'all
Where
killed
was
my
the
dad.
Angels in the Outfield at? Was it set in the Midwest? Because if so, we got a shot.
Yeah, I think.
I think California. It was California Angels.
Oh, yeah,
Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just saying, it'd be funny. I mean, I want to get his autograph. Well, what you want me to sign? Nothing. I just want to tell you was a bad dad.
I just wanted to tell you that.
It's like, here you go, man. Here's your fee for the autograph. I don't need you to sign anything.
No, I'm not going to even lie. What I would settle for instead of an autograph, as if he would actually do that, reenact that scene on a video, so I can post it here on the channel. Yes, I would take that over an autograph all day.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be
I'd
cool.
have him do it, right? And I put your sunglasses on, then play the Who. Just like CSI. With my family. You're missing me. Just walk right off.
Man. Dude, but what you got to do, Marcus, though, you got to think it's through, though, man. If you want to make this thing really pop, you got to do something like, you got to have him say, or ask him to say, if you're paying him, ask him to say, like, you're watching, I shot him 6 times. And if you mess with Marcus, you die.
Yeah, I like that, Steven. That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
I like that. That would be cool. That would be cool. Oh, man. You know how many people would get a laugh out of that? That would be so cool.
So cool, man. I would think that would be awesome, bro. But especially,
I want to be there with you, because if he goes, I ain't doing that, that's going to be funny. That'd be on my video. I was like, check, this is the real reason. This is what he actually said. I ain't doing that. You want an autograph or not? It's like, oh, where was this attitude in Scream 6 there, big guy?
Just like Destin calling out Roger L. Jackson's performance.
I'm going to do it.
Scream 4. It's going to be like a dirt reel. Dude.
He better get there early. That's all I'm going to say, because if I see him in that line, I am going to do it, and I'm going to film it. He says you sucked in Scream 4. That guy right there.
You do realize you're doing the very thing that happens in these horror murder mystery slasher movies that we watch. They get people killed.
But it's worth it. It's worth it. For my community, it's worth it. I'll even say it. If I somehow disappear, that's station, because I'm going to do this.
We have a short pool of suspects at this point. Marcus and and Destin. Oh no. Guys, this has been a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
well, what a great time, and thank y'all for joining to watch this.
Thanks for
awesome
the invite,
movie.
buddy.
Yeah,
You're
thank you
welcome.
for the
I always
invite.
love joining the panels. Fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
as soon as you sent me the message, I was like, okay, I'm going to be a little bit late because I was going to have my live stream, but I rescheduled it for next week. But as soon as I saw what you said we were watching, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm definitely showing up to that. That's a banger.
It is. Yeah, I was so happy, man.
Yeah.
That you could come. And same with you, JT. Same with you, Michael.
Yeah,
and you too, Eric, out there.
Yeah, that had to leave. And right, see, the debate with Scott, it's the one time that Eric ain't here. Because he was like,
oh my gosh. We all just would have muted our microphones.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
I'd have gone to full screen with Eric. We just would have got a snack and let Eric go. No, I'm kidding.
Speaking of debates, and I wanted to say this when we were talking about it, my favorite debate so far to date has to be Stevens and Fates on the Lethal Collective, and I think it was last year. That was so good. It was so fun because the passion that you guys show, like he doesn't believe Stu's alive, you do, and it was this great back and forth. I was literally sitting here in the house while you guys were going out, and I'm just like, tell him, Steven, tell him, school him, come on, Steven, tell him.
Absolutely. I will match him. I will match him toe for toe. You going up here? I'm going to go up there too. Oh, you want to go up there? I'll go with you. Let's just keep going.
You want to be
and
a
that's
frog?
what I loved about
I'm a rabbit. Let's jump together because this is going to go down.
That's what I loved about it, because it was so funny because Fate was going on and it was just Steven was just listening to him, but every time Fate would make a point, Steven was like, yeah, and I'm just like, oh, he's processing all this. He's about to fire off. It's going down.
That's right. The best thing to do, be be quick to hear and slow to speak.
Very true.
Listen.
Yep.
Listen closely and then go.
Yep.
Take your time. Be ready. Worst thing you can do is be slow to hear and just start talking. And so, because the best thing you can do is use people's arguments against them.
That's true.
Because you show self-defeating arguments. And that's the most powerful kind of arguments, is when you show someone's argument that they think is strong, is a straw man, and it crumbles. That's like, it's self-defeating and they don't have anything that response back for it. And if you can, now that's not always the case.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just whose evidence is better. But
absolutely.
And I love you, Fate. You're my man. You're my boy, bro.
I don't like to debate when people get mad that it's not going their way.
Yeah.
Well,
because that's when I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because the thing is with this stuff, like I've read tons of comments that I don't agree with whatsoever, but I'm not picking everyone out. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, you guys, everybody can think what they want to think.
Right.
If you want to debate, I'm not going to get mad if you bring up good points. I'm going to listen to them, but don't get mad if I'm making you look bad. If you're making me look bad, then I'm going to be like, yeah, man, you're right. I got you. You're right. But some people, it's my way. This is the only way I see it because I love this thing and I'm just going to fight for it regardless. We're going to throw logic out the window. We're going to throw all that stuff out because I like this thing.
Right.
And I'm going to defend it and get mad and start yelling. And then it doesn't become about that anymore. It becomes about yelling. And now that you're yelling, you've tried to deflect the conversation into that. And I just don't, do that whatsoever.
100%.
I don't.
Yeah. It's no point to it. It's like, because at the end of the day, we're talking about movies.
Right.
We're talking about movies, guys. These are fictional
characters.
Fictional fiction. None of this is real.
Yeah.
Do you realize? And I say this, and I know you guys do, and I say it, but do we realize that all that has to happen for any of this to change is a writer to walk in,
Mhm.
flip open a laptop,
Yep.
and go and
Or
type
Chat
their pages.
GPT.
Yeah.
Yeah, or whatever.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
of this stuff that it's for fun. This is supposed to be
Right.
for fun because we have no control over any
No.
of this.
No.
It's theories, it's speculation,
Right.
and that's why like that's why I always say this when it comes to preferences, which is what this is. This is no different than picking your favorite foods, your
Mhm.
favorite all of anything subjective. There is no wrong answer. Like I was telling Ghostface in the chat, he was like, "You guys are gonna hate me because I really like Ghost Resurrection."
No.
I'm like, dude, we're not gonna
No,
hate you for liking
no.
Halloween Resurrection.
No.
Right.
I'm glad you enjoy the movie, and I said a lot of people do because
Right.
that's that. No, enjoy it and have fun
Yeah.
with it. Watch it.
Right.
It's just these are just preferences, and so we can never make these opinions and arguments over more important than the human beings we're talking
Right.
to. And that's the sad part that Michael was touching on,
Yeah.
because some individuals get so enthralled in
Oh yeah.
I'm right
Yeah.
and you're wrong
Right.
that I no longer care about you as a person anymore. My opinion is more important than you.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's when you get into this situation where it gets toxic.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's why I had to call out the chat a little bit earlier because I was starting to see things heading that direction, and that hurts my heart.
Right.
That's not what we do here. That's
Mhm.
not what and I won't tolerate it. I won't. Because
It's funny because I've been out somewhere like Matt and I, the guy I do my show with, Matt.
Mhm.
We decided one night, like, hey man, let's go have a drink, let's talk some Halloween, let's do that. We went to a bar, and there were people there, and granted, the girl that approached me is my friend now, and it's cool. I never met her before in my life, and she walked up to me like, hey, I watched your show and I want to talk to you about Rob Zombie's Halloween. I'm like, damn, can I get a drink first? Like,
Ding 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 ding.
can I get a drink first? Like, hold on a second. Like, are you serious?
oh my
like-
gosh.
Yeah, and I mean, people are, they want to talk about it. She ended up being a sweetheart. It was cool. You know what I mean? But just the mere fact that we walked in the door and this girl comes right up to me like, I want to talk to you about Rob Zombie's Halloween. And I'm like, okay, I said something.
You should have hit her like, you watch my show? It's like, what? No, bull. I'm being punked right now. Yeah.
It's so funny you said that because I literally had my 8-year-old cousin, Elijah, come up to me when I went over to go visit them the other day and hang out. He comes up to me and he's like, Marcus, I just want to tell you that I watch your channel every day, and I really feel it in my heart the stuff you talk about with Scream. He's like, I believe a lot of the stuff you say, and I'm just like, that's cool and all. But you 8 years old. What do you mean you understand like what the theories and stuff? He said, I listen to everything that you say, and I think that they, from watching the movies myself, that they make a lot of sense. And I'm just like, you know what, kid, you're good. That makes me proud. You know what I mean? And stuff like it was just so cute and funny though, because I didn't expect that. Like he just hit me with it out of nowhere.
Yeah, my daughter told me I was stupid. She's 8. She's like, because she likes horror movies too. She really does, and because I don't cuss as much anymore because that's being around Craven. You broke that. I never thought you could break a sailor's language, but you broke that.
Oh,
so
that's true.
It's like I don't cuss as much, so I don't mind. But she goes, yeah, it's like you was talking about Nightmare on Elm Street. I was like, yes, yeah, you're stupid. And then she turned around and walked away. I'm like, well, whatever. it's like, you're like, wait a minute, I'm her damn daddy. I was like, but I don't know what I said, so I can't say no, I'm not. And then she's the type of, well, watch this. I don't know when she watched it, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is, and like people argue and everything. Here's how I am with the debates, right? And it'd be anything, and if you're like, well, this happened because of this and this and this, and I'm like, well, this and this. If I don't hear from the director or the writer himself, we don't know anything we debate. We do not know. It's like speculation and everything. So it's like when debates get out of hand, it's like, okay, until we actually know, or like you did an interview or whatever, there's no reason to get upset about it. It really is like you said, it's a movie.
Fact.
I understand you be passionate. I'm passionate. But when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I'll admit that I'm wrong. But
absolutely.
I met more Marvel fans. I ran into more Marvel fans like that than really any horror. I mean, there's trolls. You're gonna have trolls.
Mine's been Star Wars.
Yeah. Star Wars. Yeah, mine was Marvel.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh man. Yeah, it's it's like I say, the whole reason that I started this channel, and I think you all started your channels too, was to have a good time.
Yes.
It was to come together and have fun, to meet other people that are like-minded in terms of having the same goals and values. And sure, we can have disagreements, and that's great. But we're respectful, and we value each other's our relationships with each other more than our opinions.
Right.
That's what matters the most. And as long as we keep people as the number one thing, then everything else will fall into place. It's all going to work out great.
Absolutely.
Because and again, like I say, to me, diversity in opinion is interesting. And what really makes it interesting is when you see rankings of franchises like a Halloween franchise or Scream, and you see how so many people have so varying rankings of the franchises.
Right.
Yeah.
And which I know, Michael, that we didn't get into tonight, and I'm not going to now. But what's so interesting, though, is how you see, like, everyone loves the franchise, but they love it differently. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I would never look at someone's ranking and say that's a horrible ranking. Or you're crazy for liking number two. I know Michael, you're probably thinking I'm going to, but
just with Matt. Matt's the only person I'll do that with.
Well, like you said, we all disagree. Like, I prefer Rob Zombie's Halloween over the 78. Reason why, for me, I wanted that explanation why he did what he did. Rob Zombie gave me that. That's why I like it, and he was brutal. But that doesn't mean I hate 78. I still like 78. I just prefer Rob Zombie's. I mean, and that's like what you're saying. Our tiers is completely different, and some of them they're the same. Just maybe one or two is different usually.
Yeah, we're doing tiers tomorrow, so it'll be up to the chat because Matt and I, everything's gonna be different. We're gonna agree on absolutely nothing. So I've already let everyone in the chat know tomorrow night, guys, we're doing tiers, and it's just like it's gonna be up to the chat. So there's gonna be a lot of counting, I guarantee, because there will be zero agreement between two people. And it's gonna be a blast. I can't wait. It's gonna be so
tiers.
Much fun.
Tier rankings are fun, and I'm surprised you don't see more channels really doing that. And I mean, through all genres, action, comedy, whatever. I mean, it really chat engaging, and that's what I'm doing on my channel. I'm trying to think it's just all about the chat, the chat, because they take time out of their day to see you sitting and acting a fool on the camera while you all don't act like a fool. I do.
Right.
But, and that means something, that means something because they can go somewhere else,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, it's always about the people in the chat. And, we always, and I'm sure you guys do too, Craven. I've come on your, stream and been around your stuff for a very long time. Marcus, it's somewhat newer with you, but I still hang out with you a lot. JT, very new, but, I like hanging out with you. But it's just like, those are the people that matter the most, Well, that's the way we convey it on our channel because it's true.
Right.
And it's just like without you guys, we might as well just talk on the phone.
There
are a lot of like-minded people that want to engage in the conversation, and it's fun when you have more than just two people talking about stuff.
Right.
It's so much freaking fun. And that's the thing with it, man. And I've said this from the beginning, and I live by it to this day. It's never been about subscribers for me. It's never been about any of that. It's having fun. And I don't care if I have 10 subscribers when I'm done. I don't care if I have 110,000 subscribers when I'm done. When I'm done having fun, I'm done.
Yeah.
This has always been about, being part of a community and having a good time. But once it gets to a point to where, it's not a good time anymore, then to me, then it's not worth my time or anyone else's. You know, if it becomes work to the point to where you're not having fun with it, then why?
Yeah.
Right.
Why do
it's
it?
going to
Yeah.
start feeling like if it's going to start feeling like a full-time job, you know, because but some people do this wants to do this for a full-time job, and that's not, you know, I understand that, but you know, for me, I'm doing this as a hobby. You know, I love doing this as a hobby, you know, and trying to grow that community and everything. I hang out, you know, off, you know, screen, you know, so when I'm on like on the camera here, the panel or whatever, it's all about the chat. You know, I mean, that's bottom line. You know, it's all about the chat.
Yeah,
and that's why I like this community, because it's the same everywhere I go. Any panel I join, it's the same. Now I know some it's not. We don't know them, but you know, it's like you can tell who's real and who's not. You
Right.
know? You can really pick up who's real and who's not, and it's how they, you know, treat their chat. And
Right.
And if you feel welcome in the chat, that's the community you want to stay with, because you know that's home. That really is home.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you feel comfortable there. You can say anything, and that's you know, Craven's community and mine and your all. It's like it's one big family.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what's I love being on panels. I really do.
Yeah, man. And you guys know that you guys are always welcome to come over whenever y'all want to.
Hopefully I go back to days soon, and then I'll be hitting
Yeah.
some of your streams. It's like I work at 8:30 Sunday, and I don't get off, you know, until Thursday night. But hopefully here soon I'll be switching the
man.
days. And
Marcus, I definitely want to talk to you about something for next Sunday backstage when we go back there.
Okay.
I want to see if you want to do something with us.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. All right. So, alrighty. We'll go ahead and end this. I think we'll go ahead and wrap up. It's 2:30 my time, 3:30 Eastern.
Yeah.
First stream didn't go 3 hours. The second one did.
Second one did.
Add the two together, we get that 4-hour mark you guys are talking about.
We did do it.
Yes, that's right. Thank you, Jamie. We appreciate that. Yeah, it's always fun. You know, it's absolutely. And I want to apologize to you guys in the chat for some of the chat that was going on tonight.
Yes.
I'm actually very, very disappointed right now by some of the things that I saw, and I just had to take care of. I just have finally to step in, and it's really a shame. So for those of you that are here, and you know, you guys know the environment I have here, and that's not what I am about. And
right.
Yeah, I think we was all looking at it. That chat is like,
yeah, I just, you know, I'm just, you know, I'm really sad that happened, and I couldn't take it anymore. I'm like, this is done. I'm done with that. I just can't. I'm done.
Right.
And that last comment just broke the camel's back. I'm like, I'm done. We're gone past respecting people now. Way past it. So anyway, you're welcome, Jamie. Absolutely, 100%. You know what? If I have to lose subscribers and channel members, it's what it is. What it is.
Yeah.
Like Michael was saying, that's, you know, it's
comes with the territory. It's all about protecting the community.
It's not the first time
right
that I've had to remove people who were channel members. It's actually happened before. So sadly, but it's the choice they make, not me.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I've laid out the environment that you have to follow and the rules, and everyone knows them. Especially people that have been here for a minute, and
right.
They've been, that person's been here for a minute. They know the rules and they know how things go. So anyway, I'm going to protect my channel and my community, and I'm going to determine how this chat's going to flow, not anybody else.
Right.
And if you don't play by the rules, then guess what? You don't play.
Yeah, don't come to somebody's house and be disrespectful, you know.
No.
Right.
That's a no-no.
It's not happening. So
and they don't call me the OG of Elm Street for nothing.
Don't just go in somebody's house and think you're going to open the refrigerator and get a piece of bologna.
Yeah. Well, you got the drink, and you slap in the back of the head. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like just come in here, just burr, 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 burr. You know, like I said, we people have opinions, but then it goes so far. You're like, okay, this is not about opinions. This dude's just being
crossing
Right.
lines now. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like trying. Yeah, just
I mean, it wasn't just the name calling; it was the baiting comments, and
it
Yeah.
was.
there's
Yeah.
a lot of bait comments out there too, and it's just like,
Yes. Oops.
all right,
And
Yeah.
even it was.
Even we're talking, we're watching.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it began to be. Yeah. Well, we'll talk offline. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Listen, thank you all for coming and watching the movie. For those of you who came in late, thanks for coming in. We appreciate you being a part of the conversation tonight. And thanks to everyone here. Listen, if you have not subscribed to Michael's at Movies and Beyond, you will find him just at Movies and Beyond. I shot him 6 times. And JT's channel is now Mixed Bag of Videos. So come check or go check all of them out. You're going to love them if you haven't already. So definitely go and check out their channels. Paul is asking if I would consider a Black Christmas watch party. I would consider something like that. Maybe around Christmas time. Maybe in December that might work. Yeah.
There you go.
So stay tuned for maybe a December time, kind of thing. So
that would be the original, though, right, Steven?
it would only be the original. Yes. Let me tell you what. That 2019 or what
I
year
didn't even try it,
bro. I watched that thing with high hopes. I don't know why I had high hopes.
My wife hated it. She said, "Don't."
Oh,
She said, "Just don't."
it was so bad.
She said the same thing with Jeepers Creepers Reborn, and I watched that last night, and I'm like, "Why did I watch this?"
Is that the latest one?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
I mean, it's like, it's
Dude, it got flat out 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. Like you got to do
rough.
some work
It's a
to get
0?
a 0. You got,
it's
well,
rough.
I haven't
Like,
checked it in a couple months, but it was a couple months ago, and it's
dang,
we can do a
bro.
better job with cell phones and a green screen. It's
Right.
like I don't like putting things down, but and I like Jeepers Creepers films, but this one's like, you shouldn't have done this. They shouldn't have just like, nope, we're not doing 3 because it's like,
why? Why did you do this?
Oh, my
yeah,
gosh.
why? It's like, why am I watching? I looked at her. Why am I watching this? She goes, because you're stupid. Now I see where my daughter gets it. But she watched. I love it for her to share like a panel with me. Man, she watches more horror than I do. She watches like in October. She goes from A to like the end of alphabet. The whole month, she just watches everything.
Living the dream.
Yeah,
There you
living
go.
the dream. That's for sure.
All right,
Thank you.
guys. Well, we're gonna call it a night again. I want to thank everyone on the panel. I'll see you backstage, and we'll say our final good night. And then everyone in the chat, thank you all for being here. It has been a real pleasure. It's been a real pleasure for most of the time. Again, so sorry about that, guys. That won't happen again. I promise you that. And thank you, guys. I'll see you soon. I'm going to be back here on Tuesday with Marcus and Ghostface Fanatic.
Yeah.
Tuesday night at what time did we say, Marcus? I forgot what I set it up for.
I think it's
8?
8. Yes, 8
o'clock.
your end, 8 your end, and 9 my end.
Yeah, 8. That's right. So 8 o'clock Central on Tuesday night. Marcus will be back on the panel, and Ghostface Fanatic, who's in the chat, will be back or will be joining me on the panel as well. So we're gonna have a good time.
Yes.
And then who knows? I may pop up Monday night again too. So and members only watch party, guys.
Yeah.
Did I upload the picture earlier? I don't know if I did or not. I didn't.
No,
really?
no, you didn't. You just said
Whoa.
it in the first stream. You just said it.
Well, let me do that right now so I can show you. Or did I even really? Well, that's
I've done that before.
I guess I didn't upload it because I didn't couldn't make it yet. Okay.
Here's
Anyway,
oh.
I know. It's like, wah, 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 wah. Okay. Well, Wednesday night at 8 o'clock Central Time, members only watch party, Lake Mungo or Mungo, whichever it is.
I think it's Mungo.
Lake Mungo. It's members only watch party. Clear your calendar, guys. If you're a channel member, you want to come see it. This is Eric's movie from the Bearded Entertainment that was picked last month on the random wheel. And he says it's supposed to be, he's never seen it, but it's been told it's one of the scariest movies out ever made. So I'm ready. I'm ready to see it. and be scared.
Mm.
So anyway, that's coming up on Wednesday
Be there
night.
for that.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Thanks again. I will see you all very soon, either on the next video or the next live stream. Until then, guys, respect one another, respect each other's views and opinions, and remember, never prioritize opinions over people, please. Because remember, people always matter more. They're the most important thing. And as long as you and I can remember that people are the most important thing, then all these other issues that we struggle with will start to fall in line and fall in place, because people in the proper place and perspective, and we treat each other that way, will solve a lot of those problems. All right, guys. Much love to you all. I love you, respect you, and I'll see you all very soon. Good night, guys.
Night, everybody.